Welcome everyone to the fourth and at least for now final playtest of Under a Hostile Sun. Um, Dennis, before you give the recap, I did want to acknowledge the great history that just happened in the RPG community. Paizo has just released the first draft of the Open RPG Creative License, basically the replacement for the Open Game License, since no one trusts Wizards of the Coast at the current moment for good reasons. So, it's corporate politics, like occurs in our game, is a thing, but the license looks strong. It can be used for RPGs or any other board tabletop game. And I encourage anyone who sees this to give it a read on their website and give feedback, because they're asking for feedback from the community before they make it go live. So, and yes, I'm hoping to put Hostile Sun on that license when it comes out officially. And with that, go ahead, Dennis.
All right. Previously on Under a Hostile Sun, let's see if I can translate my notes. The party was headed to the location of I wrote Moon Mason B.
That's correct.
Is that right? Okay. Moon Mason B. We had learned the creature stats. Close to the planet, the ship started acting weird, but thanks to a number one. I guess you rolled Karuru rolled a 1 tech roll. Karuru was able to stabilize the craft. On the planet's surface, we saw a life support bubble about 40 feet across. The explorers were seen arguing when we arrived. Is this right, or is this from the previous one? Okay.
Yeah, that's all good. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. So we see the explorers arguing when we arrive. They notice us, but they don't pay any attention to us. Then they tell us their 5 generators are breaking down, and Emmett, who I can't remember exactly, he's one of the
Right.
one of the settlers, correct?
So yeah, it's a research bubble. So it's not like the Demeter 6 is like a city, or not a city, but a mining town where you live. People might spend years there. This is a research bubble. It's where you go to camp. If like if Arctic explorers, I think they actually have these, right? They have little shelters that allow them not to be eaten by polar bears while they do their thing in the Arctic, but you don't build a city there, right? So it's a smaller bubble. Yeah.
Matt Damon on Mars.
Yes, precisely.
Okay. So they tell us that the 5 generators are breaking down, but Emmett's not sharing what's wrong with them. Jerk.
Now, Emmett's actually the good guy in the scenario. It was
okay, so he's a good jerk. All right. Talisha opens one of the generators up to examine it. A part of the generator panel appeared to have been clawed open, and the fueling cell was manipulated by what the clues that we had gathered by something with opposable thumbs, by a creature with opposable thumbs. Major fixed one of the generators and managed to avoid stepping into gloopy ground similar to quicksand. Rat Zone and Emmett were unhappy with each other. I guess Rat Zone was the other guy.
Right.
Between two, yeah. Talisha transported Major from generator to generator to facilitate repairs. Second generator that we examined, we learned that that fuel was left behind, and it was arcane algae focused, whereas the first generator we fixed that we examined was strange sap focused. I put the note in here that Big Dog got gassy. It just happened to be that way. Ruru found evidence of experiments happening within the bubble, and the scientists hiding in the bubble said that Rat Zone was forging the data. So Karuru was asked to steal the laptop that had the information on it for the good of the colony. We continued with the generators. Generator number 4, we found that there was some blood left behind, and Major had taken a sample of that. Eventually, we fixed all the generators and were able to stabilize the bubble. Karuru lifted the laptop, and with Major's assistance, they cracked it, but not without alerting Rat Zone to our hackery. Rat Zone confronted Major, and Major called him out on why there were 2 sets of research data. Karuru had determined the computer software had doctored information, and Karuru learned that genetic samples of mutations, that they were enhancing creatures. Wait a minute, let me see if Karuru learns genetic samples of mutations enhancing creatures is often done in this universe. Human has been mutated. Okay, so it was basically they were mutating humans is what this data was showing. Mm-hmm. I think I was writing down exactly what you were describing, Gabe. Mm-hmm. And the data had been falsified to look like there were no side effects. However, there are side effects, and they are ever evolving. Unsure what those side effects, if they'll ever stop. And we also learned that the experimentation they're doing is highly illegal. Bad. I have the name L'Ascension has gone missing. This person was sent to the Hive to gather more of the mutagen. Emmett demanded to know where L'Ascension was. Rat Zone said the whole moon is a hive, and the bees brought back artifacts from Demeter 6. Does that make sense? Am I saying it right?
Yeah.
All right.
Basically, it's been figured out that the person who broke the generators is likely L'Ascension himself. And his desperation to do that, his non-return from wherever he was going, suggests that his mutation might be going in a very unhealthy direction, and that might be fueling his need to consume more and more strange sap to try and stabilize himself. So, let me keep going, or do you want me to? Oh, go ahead.
Oh, okay. L'Ascension, as you said, L'Ascension is mutating into what we don't know yet, and he is headed to the Hive. We learned that the Great Space Empire was rumored to have been able to perfect alchemy, and it was suspected that they got too powerful, and that is why they fell. The explorers believe this moon is Dea Laborator, an ancient lab. Does that make sense? Dea Laborator?
So there is some possibility that experiments were done by the ancient empire in the area, and that's possibly why there's such interest by the corporates in Demeter 6.
Yeah, they were afraid of the repercussions of their experiments, so they offered to pay us lots of blockchain to find L'Ascension. We accepted. Karuru feels that the eye implied there's something significant to find at the Hive, and that was the last note that I had taken.
Alrighty. So, we pick up, in that research support bubble. Those of you with Roll20 should be able to see it on your screens. You should be able to see the 5 generators. And Camillo is actually going to call, transmit to Cola real quick. You have that buzzing. Do you pick up?
Yes.
Hello.
Sorry, guys, I need to take this for a second.
Cola, I wanted to alert you of certain things that are happening here on Demeter 6. One, the Moon Mason bees are building more and more tunnels in the planet's surface. That is frightening the citizens of Demeter 6 because they're afraid they're going to destabilize the planet's geology. What their purpose is, we don't know, but it's just speeding up and up. They're building more and more holes. But even more concerning than that, the town has taken Clarity hostage. They've declared themselves to be their own government, and they plan to put her on trial soon. They're blaming their whole maroonment. Were you there for that episode, Amara, where basically the citizens of Demeter 6 were marooned by the corporates?
Yes.
Yes. They've decided, kind of their classic scapegoating mechanism. They've decided to blame it all on her. I've convinced them to have some sort of a trial. I don't know how authentically fair this trial is going to be. In a few days' time, I asked them to wait for you all to come back. Maybe that would provide some information for them. But you all need to move very quickly. Again, the anger. Again, they need to vent out for someone for marooning them, and they've picked Clarity. So, move quickly.
Well, that's understandable that they're upset about that. What's really interesting are the bees. The bees building more tunnels. Do you know what could have caused that? What would the extra tunnels allow them to do?
That's what's most confusing. The bees seem to be, they try one tunnel and then they abandon it. Normally the moon mason bees, they build a structure and they inhabit it, right? It's not common for them to just dig and not seem to, be making a hive for themselves. Occasionally we have seen them pull... Oh, go ahead.
Are they looking for something?
Possibly. What it is, though, I'm not sure. If they're finding it, though, it's possible they may have brought some back to the hive.
We should investigate the hive then. But is it actually destructuring the ground? Is that a valid concern on the part of the people? Have you tested it?
It's...
Run any analysis on that?
We do know that seismic activity is increasing. The moon mason bees are known to build stable structures, so I'd like to think they wouldn't completely rot out the planet. But it's hard to ease the people when seismic activity is increasing.
Understandable. Well, that really is fascinating. We should get to the hive quickly as possible, and well, I'd be interested to see how if people care at all about how we feel about the whole Clarity situation, but at least the bees sound really interesting. That could make for a great chapter in my book if they're looking for something new.
Yeah, yes, and over the speakerphone, apparently, Camillo is kind of serving as Clarity's lawyer, so over speakerphone she heard you, and she's like, I need help! And then, Camillo takes them off speakerphone. It's like, alright, best of luck to you in your missions. I'll try to keep the peace down here.
Sounds good. We'll talk to you later.
Click.
Okay. So I'll turn to Big Dog and Karuru and say, all right, we got to go to the hive. I think something cool's happening there, or something really bad. Only one way to find out.
Are we getting there?
And this is where Emmett will stand up. One of the main entrances to the hive, is a few clicks from here. We have a transport. We're willing to take you there and provide extraction services should they be needed. Just note that once you declare you want to be extracted, a whole round will have to pass. If you say I want to be extracted on round 1, you will be extracted at the top of round 3. So there's a delay, right? So don't wait till things get completely bad to ask for an extraction, because there is that delay. We can extract one of you at a time or the whole party. Again, and how we're going to do this is we're going to have to bust through the top of the entrance to the cave to make a hole big enough to reach you. The Moon Mason bees probably won't like that too much, but we'll be out before they're able to retaliate. We also are going to give you these.
May sarcastically say, with that kind of information, you might as well just extract us just before we get there.
If you are able to find Licentian, we're going to give you these two things, and they place two canisters of familiar with alchemy in this world, you would recognize that basically they're injectors that are meant to work in the void of space. They kind of lock into your spacesuit, prevent the void of space from hurting you, inject, pull out. One of them is a antidote. We believe it would, at least we hope, it will prevent any further mutations in Licentian and return him to a mostly human state. The other is what we, before we decided with your good wisdom to stop the experiment, what was going to be the second phase of the mutation process. Licentian probably very much wants the second and not the first. I'll let you decide if you want to give him the second should he ask for it. I'll let you make that ethical choice. But try to convince him that we don't think that the mutation is working in its current state, and that he's very likely risking his life should he attempt to continue the experiment. And who takes the things?
I'll take the and then hand them over to you, Nicola.
Ooh, serums. I wonder what's in here.
Drink it.
Starts she's swirling it around and kind of like smelling it, like oh, just trying to see if she can identify any of the herbs in there.
Does it smell good?
No. I'm glad. I hope I don't have to insert this into anything.
And I'm glad I gave it to you.
It's a very formaldehyde-y smell. I've worked in the lab with formaldehyde, which is why that's the first thing that comes to mind. But
wow.
Let's recap what the party has. Karuru has a tamed Moon Mason bee. Hopefully that makes things go a little better for you all in the hive. Big Dog, you don't have a minion yet, though that might change. And does Cola have a minion at this point? Not yet. Okay.
No, she's not really an animal person.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. So.
Big Dog likes dogs. Big dogs.
Interesting you should say that, but we shall get to that soon. I'm going to end with that. The entrance to the cave, hopefully you probably see just darkness right now due to the fog of war. Blanca, a fog of war is the term for the software. It just allows the GM to hide things.
So it's slowly gonna be released, right? The picture.
Right. Go to the left of the map. Hopefully things are.
So we're in actual suits, right?
You are
we're
in
not
actual
exposed.
Suits.
Good, because I didn't mention this to you before, but it may play into the story at some point. Big Dog is actually allergic to honey.
Oh.
Well, be ready to roll a new character. This is going to get particularly interesting. Okay.
Oh no.
So, top of the order, so let's just recap. Party goals. Party goals are to find what the Moon Mason bees are looking for, if they are looking for something. And perhaps to find Licentium, if that can be found, if he can be found. And basically, finding what are the bees doing, why are they interested in Demeter 6. And I need environment token. I will use a random bee as an environment token. Alright.
Oh, it moved.
Cool. Let me add a turn for each of you. I don't know if there's any strategy you want to follow with who goes first in the turn order generally, or...
Talisha isn't going to be playing, right? Like, none of us are playing for her.
Right.
Okay, just 'cause thinking about moving fast. I think it'd be useful maybe to have Major Canis not go first, just because he's pretty good at pushing and can, like, push us into another square if we need to go a little bit faster, so he can be behind us. Well, that's the most strategy I can think of.
So run this by me again. You want me to do what again?
Like, if you're not first, then it's easier for you to push us if we need to go somewhere.
Oh, okay.
Then you can kind of come behind us. I don't know.
That works for me.
Cool. So
think
Major
you're, like, the only
Canis will be at the
strong
top.
Okay.
And...
I meant having him not at the top.
Yeah, I'd be behind. I'd be
behind.
Yeah.
And...
in case they need me.
Maybe if Karuru wants to go first, and then I'll go second, and then
Sure.
Major Canis.
Makes sense. Don't have the doctor go first, because if the doctor goes first, then something bad happens.
Then how can we heal? Yes. Okay, I'll go first. I'll be brave enough.
Alrighty.
Okay.
We're kind of
And-
like spiking you up. We're like, you can do
It's
this.
okay.
Like, this is
I
your
usually,
time.
I'm usually most of the time asked to go first, so I'll just do it. Why not, right? Okay, so
That's the spirit.
I feel courageous enough because I do have a mini bee with me, so I feel that I'm supported in that case.
Right.
Is it called a minion? Is that how we call them?
I haven't decided if I want them to just be called creatures, minions. Yeah,
Okay.
you have a pet.
Okay.
Generically, you have a pet.
Okay, my pet.
Yeah.
Okay. And how can this pet help me out now that we're in the environment where they thrive?
So, there are certain things that are less likely to do damage to you in particular. And this is actually a great time for me to discuss the defenses of a Moon Mason bee hive. The hive itself, even more so than Earth beehives, is almost a living organism in its own right.
Yes.
And basically, there are certain forms of the mutagenic honey that grow and expand to try and consume invaders, which is why Big Dog's revelation that he's allergic to honey is about to get really interesting. And
Oh, so we need the doctor to heal him just in case he does get the allergic reaction.
right,
Well, I'm in my suit. I'm good.
stay in that
he
suit.
has the suit.
Stay in that
Okay.
suit.
Okay. Does it dissolve? Does the suit dissolve?
So if the mutagenic honey gets you, it will be able to at least temporarily overwhelm the suit's filtering and whatnot, so you will take stamina damage if you get stuck in the mutagenic honey or in one of the immune system mutagenic blobs, just to show you what one of those will look like. Mutagenic blob, this could potentially grow. If the party... So the way the module's written, if the party does not have a Moon Mason bee, there's a 25% chance they grow each turn. If they do have a Moon Mason bee, it's only 10% chance each turn, and the holder of the Moon Mason bee is immune, which is you, Blanca, which does give you a good reason to go first.
Okay, okay. So I feel protected and safe to do so. Okay. So is this little creature I have with me a
Yep.
moon mason bee as well?
Yep, it's
Okay.
right here. It will
Okay,
follow
so
you.
let's see. So
And
what is that blue bubbles looking kind of thing? What are those?
it's some sort of botanical life form. You can get closer to investigate if you want.
Yes.
At top of the order, right now, environment phase, everyone make me a disease resist. Try to roll your stamina or
Okay.
lower. And if you
Okay.
fail and you have a point in disease resist, you can spend that point to re-roll at your choice.
Okay. Okay, so let me go ahead. Okay.
Ooh, now.
Oh! I got exactly my stamina.
Perfect, perfect.
11
Okay.
under 12.
11 under 12. No one takes damage this turn. Very good. And I'm not going to roll opportunity for the first round. Karuru, go on ahead.
Okay. So what do I do next?
Does
do
your
you
character
mean?
want to check out the
Go
plant?
explore.
Oh yes. Sure, let's see. Well, on my screen on the map, it says turn order, which is blocking the image of
Oh,
the
just
honeycomb
move
area.
click it
order
and drag
thing.
it. You should be able to move
You
it
just
around the
drag it.
screen.
Oh, click it. Oh, I can drag it. Oh, got it. Okay, good. Okay, got it. Okay. So I can see some blue bubbles, but I also see something in the middle that's round, and it looks kind of like honey, but it kind of also looks like fire.
That is
So,
in incarnate that is lava, but it's the only yellow
Okay.
liquid they had, so it is representing the mutagenic honey. But yeah, you definitely
Okay.
don't want to walk into it.
Okay. So in this case, I would like to explore what the blue bubbles are.
All right, move. It's
Okay,
within your movement.
so-
Try to move over there.
Okay, let's see. I'm over here. Is that close enough?
Yep.
If I move? Yeah. Okay. As long as I'm not into it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think that's good.
And you
Okay.
kind of see
Okay.
your bee pet kind of land on it, and you realize that this is a sort of resource storing mechanism for the mutagenic bees. Different
Oh.
resources, generally the botanicals, helpful herbs, arcane algae, and not strange sap, because that's what they keep in the honey. But the other two
Okay.
agriculturals are stored here. And since you have a
Okay.
bee with you, you can roll with advantage. Roll twice, take the better result to try and mine one of those resources, should you want to.
Okay. Okay, yes, I do want to. And what value do I check for to compare? So when I roll, what number should I compare it with? Is it still stamina or is it a different one?
It should be next to your character abilities. It should list which resource they mine.
Oh, okay, so let me find that. Let's see. Hold on. Was that part of the list of different potentials we have? Like compassion or dominance, focus, agility,
yeah, on that
might?
list.
Are those what you're referring to?
Yeah,
Okay. So can I select any of those? Or how do I get to-
compassion
which one do I
mines
get
the
to roll?
helpful herbs, and agility mines the arcane algae. So you can pick the one that matches.
Oh, to mine? Okay. So strange sap is in the honey, so that's not there. Okay, all tests for arcane algae, so agility, that's for me 12. So let me roll. Go ahead and roll. So it should be. I got a 2, so yes, 2 below.
Cool.
Yes, I got it.
Roll a d6.
Yes. Okay. D6?
Yep.
Okay, let's try. Roll D6. Okay.
Wow.
I got a 6.
Very nice. Let me go to where's our homepage. So, bam.
Whoa.
Yep.
Oh, so I mined some arcane algae?
Yep. So let me add that to the group's
Okay.
stores. So you're rolling in that for the moment.
Okay.
Perfect. And that brings us back.
And were we running low on arcane algae?
You had a moderate amount. You had 3, it looked like. So
Moderate
you
amount.
have very strong stores of
Okay.
that for the moment. So that's
Okay,
a movement and an action.
Okay.
That brings us to Cola.
Okay.
Great. Which is the one with the yellow dot my character?
Yeah. I'm not sure why you have a yellow dot.
Okay, cool. I don't know either. Okay, I'm going to... It's hard to see the lines on this one, but I think that's 3. I can't get very far, honestly.
Oh, you
With
can
only
move 5
3
now.
movement. Oh, I can move 5.
Yeah.
Little bit farther. I'm eventually gonna head over to like this area, but that will be later. Can I? Oh, just kidding. I guess I can see over there now. Cool.
So as you get
Wow,
deeper
look at
into
all
the
that. Oh no, there's a lot of bees.
Oh yes.
As you get deeper into
Okay.
the hive, you see one of the immune system honey blobs kind of plunge out of the river. The hive senses that intruders are here. You see one of those. You see some moon mason bees over here. They don't seem particularly interested with you. They are rather just looking at what looks like some artifacts, and you even see what looks like a broken robot arm, and they're kind of going through these. It's a very unusual behavior, but it's what you see at a distance.
Okay.
Do you
Great.
want to use your action to move another 5, or do you have an action you want to take at your
Ooh.
location?
I will. Yeah, I'll just move another 5. Let's see. Ooh, wait. Can I try to use? How far can I throw an explosive?
That is a great question.
Oh.
Where do you want to hit?
On hit this thing, the honey that's attacking.
Ah.
45
Violet
feet.
honey.
What is your strength, out of curiosity?
8.
8. So we will say you can throw your strength in squares. So not quite.
Cool.
If you want,
Sad. Okay.
I can say that you're holding an action for if the honey comes closer, you're going to throw it.
But I hold an action to throw the explosive until Major Canis pushes me 1 square.
Sure.
Or I guess he could throw it, because he could probably throw it farther.
Major
'Cause we have
Canis.
a lot of molten minerals, so if you want to do that, you can do that.
Is it Major's turn?
It is Major's turn.
Yeah.
All right. So, Cola needs me to do what again?
I mean, at this point, you're stronger than me, so if you just want to chuck the explosive, like, we can... I don't know if this is still true. The use explosive with using dominance. Oh. Wait, Gabe, it says that dominance is what you would... Oh. So, okay. How far you can throw is based on strength, but then dominance is using the explosive. Got it. You can use 3 molten minerals to create an explosive.
I thought we already had explosives, didn't we? We have 2
you
in our
did make
inventory.
a set of 3 smoke bombs, specifically smoke bombs, last session.
So my inventory shows that we have, in total, from all the sessions, 4 smoke bombs, or 4 smoke screens,
4 smoke
2
screens.
explosives, and 3 structure, which works in very hot or very cold environments.
We can also make our own explosives using 3 molten minerals.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, I was just thinking we could go boom boom on the honey.
All
because
right.
Oh.
Or on the bees if you really want to chuck it that far.
Well, Major
Oh.
loves boom boom.
What if you don't shoot the bees? That way you can get creatures part of your team as well. Would that help?
Help. Wait, say that one more time?
Oh, so instead of shooting the bees, what if you, how do you call it? How would you train them? Tame them, yes. Can you tame
Oh.
them still? So that way they're part of you. So like, you know how I kind of had, not a superpower, but I was kind of like immune to what the other bees would do to me? What if you make them your little minions or your creatures so that you also have that capability instead of shooting them?
Yeah, I like this idea of protecting nature and supporting the natural environments.
Okay.
And if that doesn't work, we could always use a smoke screen and see how the smoke affects them, since it might be non-lethal.
Okay.
That's true.
Okay.
Bees would probably just be afraid of smoke, given the general understanding that smoke is connected to fire, so...
Or it might put them to sleep.
They would likely flee.
Oh.
That's another good point. Yeah, they might go
Oh, yeah.
down.
Yes, maybe they might get dizzy and faint.
Either way, Big Dog likes explosives. So, Big Dog will move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here. And what should I do first? Should I if we're gonna take a non-lethal route first?
Will you make the explosive go on the honey?
Yeah, I think you could still chuck an explosive at the honey.
Yeah.
Because the honey can't be friend.
All right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna throw an explosive. And now, as far as is this the thing I'm referring to as the honey? This guy right here?
That's
That is
kind of the immune
Okay.
system. Yeah.
The sun with its own sun. Okay. All right. How does this mechanic work? As far as I throw it and then do I
So,
make a roll to
roll dominance to see if you're able to use the explosive safely?
Gotcha. Dominance. Now I have a bot stat. It says dominance. But I don't have a bot yet.
You don't have a bot yet, but there might be one up ahead.
Maybe. All right. Let's see. So dominance. So I've got a 2 under 10.
2 under 10. Perfect. So one of the explosives is down. Let me mark that down. And yep, you're able to remove this one. And
boom. I love it.
Oh, that was a evil laugh sound.
A big dog does not like honey, so to see it,
That's right. Yes.
some honey get destroyed, he's very happy about that. And then I've done my movement and an action. And I'll just scream at the top of my lungs, "Take that!"
And that brings us to the environment. I will roll D100. Alright, so your spacesuits continue to hold out. Everyone make me that disease resist against stamina.
Oh, stamina. Okay. Is it roll 1d20?
Roll 1d20.
Okay.
Nice. 2 under 14.
7 under 12.
3 under 14.
Perfect. Party's still holding strong. Blanca, movement and action. What would you like to do?
Yes. Okay, so now that I mined some of the minerals from the blue resource area, is there any possibility for us to cross the honeycomb, or is it possible for me to mine even more minerals, or let me remember what they're called.
Not of arcane algae.
The mining.
because you've already mined the tree
Not-
for that.
Oh, that one I did. So can't do strange sap or arcane algae. What about odd ore or molten minerals?
You can get helpful herbs. It's a botanical from the
Helpful herbs?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll do that one. Is it 1d20?
Always 1d20.
Okay. 1d20. Okay, got it. Okay. Right. Okay, yes. 8 under 16.
Perfect.
So it worked. So
All
I'll
right.
do some helping herbs.
Roll a d6.
Okay.
Perfect.
4. Mm-hmm.
So we have the 6 arcane algae and 4 helpful herbs.
Okay. Did we have a low quantity of helpful herbs?
We did have a low quantity. Yep.
Okay. Did we go now to a moderate or is it still low?
You're at 5.
We're okay now.
I have 5. Okay. Okay.
And so would you like to move?
Yes. So let me. Oh yeah. So let's see. Do I have to roll for it to move also, or just move?
Nope, not in this environment. You can move 5.
Okay. 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 So I still see the place where we have our quantity of minerals. I don't see the honeycomb yet.
Oh, that's right. I didn't move the thing.
Okay. Let's see. So the lava-looking thing is the honey, right?
Right.
Can I glide over that?
You can
Or
go around it,
Jump
but
up? Right.
No.
I can go around it. Okay, so I'm gonna go this way. Let's see. Over here.
Light on the
Okay.
sticky stuff.
Oh wait. Why did I go on the sticky stuff? Wait,
Don't-
right here.
yeah. So 1.
Wait a minute.
You have 5 spaces.
Is the edge something sticky? Okay, I used to be here. How many spaces is that?
5 would
1,
get you here.
2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, got it. I'll move there. Yes.
So I'll move you to yeah.
Okay.
Perfect. Cola.
Oh wait. Hold on. Did the bee move with me?
The bee moves with you. Yes.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go.
Okay. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I will just take a double movement here. 1, 2, 3, 5. Those boxes are really. Oh no, this is fine. Okay. That's gonna be my turn, and I'm gonna start kind of looking over at the bees, trying to get a sense of if they're looking agitated or not.
Okay.
You see what
Ooh.
looks like to be some sort of a swarm of bees up ahead. That's just our stat
Is this-
block.
I see
The person-
mouse.
Is that whatever his name was?
Laurencio?
Licentian?
Yes.
You don't think the mouse is Licentian. It is
Oh,
mouse-sized,
it's a
roughly.
mouse. Okay.
You know.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
But you do see that. You do see the stuff over here. The river is thin enough to hop around here. So,
Okay. And by here you mean this area?
that area, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Alright, that brings us to Major Candace.
All right. So, let's see. 2, 6, 7, 10. 1, 3, 5. So if I move my 5 here, will I spot this honey up here?
Mm-hmm. You
From
see
there?
that? Yep. And you can throw. You can roll dominance to throw.
Now, I've already used one of our explosives, and we only had 2.
Right.
So I'm not sure I want to increase the other one quite yet if it hasn't attacked yet. I mean, kind of just. I see the mouse.
You do see the mouse. It's a little bit larger than a standard mouse, but you know it's a small little thing. You can sit on your shoulder. Yeah.
What is it doing? Is it just sitting there watching, or is it?
It is a common creature in the universe. So give me like a focus roll to see if you can recall. A free action.
Okay. So I got a 13 under 14.
Cool.
I recognize it to be a mouse.
I will give you the stat block. I haven't come up with a good name, so right now we just labeled it Lightning and a Furball.
Oh, how cute. Oh, it's got little bat wings.
Aww.
Little bat wings.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh my god.
It was cute up until that moment.
Really? I think that makes it cuter.
Oh, that is a little on the creepy side for me. That would be like seeing a snake with like spider, arms. I just
I feel like this is really
That's a great idea, Dennis. I'll add that to the list of things today.
All right. Well, I'm going to. At the moment, we don't seem to be in danger from either of them.
Yeah.
As much as I would like to find out more about the mouse, that big blob of honey is between us, and I'm not. I don't want to risk anything kicking my allergies into high gear. So, what I'll do is I'm going to. I have 5 more. If Cola is okay with it, I'm going to get up to the Honey River's edge, and stand ready to throw a smoke screen over here on the opposite side. So I'm going to go here.
Okay.
And stand ready to throw a smoke bomb somewhere in the midst of, in the hopes that if any of these do start showing any aggression, maybe the ones closest will be affected by a smoke screen.
Okay. Do we want to investigate what they're looking at? I guess maybe we want them to move, and that could help with that.
That's a good question. Because part of our mission is to find out what they're looking for.
Yes.
And you know what?
I think we should try this smoke screen though, because it will do something, and that's kind of all we need right now.
Should we maybe just should we throw one and just maybe over here to affect one and see how one reacts to it?
Yes. I agree.
Yeah. Let's do it.
To have our
experimentation. I'm all about experimentation.
I love it. I love it. So, can I throw it from where I am? Because if I move closer, that's going to use up my action.
So, what is your strength?
My strength. Let me bring up my sheet. That would be might, correct?
Correct.
No,
oh my goodness! It's an 8.
Oh, you're just as weak as I am?
Oh.
That is flawed.
Is it because of all this honey is having a negative effect on me?
Let's see. No, I think if you get to the river's edge on your next turn, you'll be able to heave it across. But yeah, you won't be able to throw from your current location.
He's all about the tech. He's got a technology of 17. He's all about the tech. So okay. So say that again, Gabe. I can do what?
I don't think you'll be able to.
No.
It does have a radius, right? So you probably could get just this beam. With the smoke's radius, right?
I'll try. Okay.
All right. Make a dominance roll for me. We'll treat it kind of as an explosive.
Dominance. Okay, I got a dominance of 10, and I rolled a 12 over 10.
So I mean, it's very smoky, like where you're standing. That's not a too much of a bad thing for you. But you know, very smoky where you're standing.
It went off in my hand. All right. I just tell Cola, Plan B. Time for Plan B.
Time for Plan B. And then she whispers,
Unintended.
"What's Plan B?"
I had no idea. I was hoping that you had that worked out.
Oh no!
Okay, this is what we're best at. On the fly, we got
Okay.
this.
When we move,
Okay,
can we
that's-
jump over the honey? Can we
If
jump
it's
over the
if it's
honey?
relatively thin, yes. So like here
Okay,
you could jump. You
okay.
probably can't jump all the way across that pond. So the
Mm-hmm,
honey things do not expand, but they will move towards their perceived source of infection.
Okay. They're
And
getting
also
closer.
for the environment, I will roll a D100. This
Our group name now be a perceived source of infection. I want to label our ship as that.
And everyone give me that disease resist for being in the atmosphere, and then we'll start player turns
Okay.
again.
That did not go well. That's a 15 over 14.
15 over 14.
Yeah.
You a doctor, right? You should have a point in disease resist, right, Amara?
Yeah, so my stamina is 12. I have a +2.
Oh, right.
No, that is still not enough. Oh, like I can spend a point to resist.
Right. So the way we've been trying it now is to avoid having to do addition. Those aren't bonuses anymore. They're just points you spend to re-roll.
Oh, fancy. Oh, cool. Well, then I have 2 of those. And so, yeah, sure. I will happily re-roll that 15. Please be better. Yes.
It worked.
I'm okay.
Awesome.
I'm good.
Did anyone not make it?
I got a 13 against 13.
Perfect.
I got an 8. 8 under 14.
Perfect. All right. So next turn, opportunity die will shrink to a 20, increasing the chance of the suits failing. That brings us to Blanca. To Kuru.
Okay, so I am right here next to that fire pool. I mean honey pool. So I'm gonna move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And is there anything else underneath? I'll wait until I can move a little faster or closer down there.
You can use your action to move another 5 if you like.
I can? Okay, I will. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, and down. 5. Right there.
There's just a wall there. You probably want to move with the party.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Okay. Oh, so that was just the wall?
Right. Sorry if something on the
got
map
it.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I move
This way.
towards the group?
Yeah.
Okay, coming. 1,
You see
2.
us like exploding smoke bombs and you realize that we desperately need some support.
Okay. Come on with me, B. Okay, there it is.
Here comes Plan B.
If you watch the Dungeons and Dragons, we'll come up with a plan B and a plan C and a plan H. Just kidding.
So
All
I
right,
think,
Kola. What is Plan
Kola-
B? What's the plan?
She glances at the honey and shouts, "Run!" And she takes off at a sprint towards this like river of honey, and she's gonna jump over here
Okay.
and like
Ooh.
stop and like freeze as she realizes she's now surrounded by bees.
Wow.
And she's gonna try to tame this one.
Cool.
Okay.
What do you have resource-wise for a gift? Let's see.
Resource-wise, I had written this down elsewhere, but I think I probably have collected some strange sap, because that's what I'm good at.
Arcane helpful. I think we may have spent some of the strange sap on the smoke
no
bombs,
worries.
but you have some
But I
strange
can
sap.
use...
You also have some molten minerals. The party has. We'll say you're close enough to exchange resources before you moved. Yeah, I would recommend either trying a gift of herbs, 2 herbs, or a gift of 2 molten minerals, or an odd ore and a strange, some variation thereof. Did I lose the... Amara? And I've just lost contact.
Any indication whether or not they did or didn't like those? So that would be worth it. That would be worth
Cool.
trying.
Am I back?
Uh-oh.
Can people hear me again?
We
Yes.
can hear you.
Yeah, I
Okay.
can hear you, just not see you.
Cool. Which resource did we decide to use for the lure?
Molten minerals.
Molten minerals. All
I
right.
rolled the like, good bee. Who's a good bee?
Who's a good bee?
Give me 3 compassion rolls.
Okay, here goes nothing. Let's see, my compassion is 12. Cool. 1, 2, 3. I got 0 of them under.
Darn.
Oh no.
Make a pest resist.
Oh no.
Oh,
no.
wow.
Roll against your stamina.
Oh no.
So
Hey,
again,
oh
they
no,
don't hurt
what'd you do
you,
with the
but
doctor?
they do
Uh-huh.
kind of knock
I
you
have
over,
one-
so
I
it
have
might
one
take you
pest
some movement to
resist.
stand up next turn. But yeah, they're
Okay.
busy doing their thing. They do, run off with the molten minerals, though, so sadly.
Oh no.
I did as much.
Oh no. Wait a minute. Can we help her?
Y'all are too
she
far,
looks up
really,
and she shouts, I'm
Our
okay.
way. Are you okay?
We're good.
Okay.
So they
Add
took the
yourself a
molten.
bandage.
They took the molten minerals and then they left, or they're still there.
I mean, they're still in the area, but they do
Oh,
eat the
okay.
lure whether your tame attempt succeeds or not, right? Kind of like the fish that took the worm but got off the hook, right?
Gotcha.
Oh.
At least we learned they like molten minerals.
And it is your turn, Major.
All right. Well, I see. So Cola is down.
Just knocked over,
Knock-
prone, right? She'll be
knocked-
fine.
okay.
but-
Yeah. She
Okay.
just like
Okay.
sticks up a hand and does
But-
like a thumbs up signal.
Yeah, but
Okay.
Major did not like seeing that. So Major is going to take his 5 to go there on the Honey River's edge, and he is going to throw because he doesn't want to harm them or Cola. So from there, he will throw another smoke bomb in Cola's vicinity in the hopes of, having an effect on the
Protecting
swarm
her.
that's around her.
Alrighty, go ahead and roll dominance.
All right.
Do I have to roll anything to resist the...
I
guess
mean, the
we'll see
smoke
if this
isn't meant to
won't
hurt
work.
you. It's more playing off, even real beekeepers, you use smoke
Okay.
to drive out the bees, right? So you're fine as a human.
Got
But
it.
yeah.
5
Roll
under 10.
dominance, Major.
5 under 10.
Perfect. So, the bees do retreat from the area. And that does
was-
allow, we'll say that, not the robot, allow Cola an easier way to get up. So we'll write the token again. And with the bees gone through the smoke, you realize that there are several artifacts, seemingly from the ancient space empire, that have been collected here, which is very interesting.
Does it look like they've done anything with them?
You can do some
Or
focus
they
rolls
just
on your
collect
next
it?
turn to try and get some more info.
Cool. Sounds good.
Okay.
And I'm gonna roll a d10, see
Okay.
if the lava or the... Three. Okay, very good. So they... Again, they... Let's say, kind of... This one now is kind of confused because the bees are coming toward it. And do the suits hold? Close to a 1, but not a 1. The suits still hold on a d20. And that brings us back to Karuru.
Okay. So this time I'm gonna move closer. That way we can go and check out the artifacts. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it here?
Mm-hmm. And
Okay.
you want to double move to hop
Yes.
the river?
Yes, I do. So
Cool.
let's see. 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3. And is it here?
Yep, that sounds about right.
Okay. Okay. So I'll be there. I think Cola is closer to one. Are these? Is this one of the artifacts? And these over here too?
These like statue
Yeah, I think
things.
it's these things.
That
Okay.
looks like a more
What
modern thing
What
right there. The
about this
robot.
circle?
Oh.
Yeah, that circle thing. Is that a robot? You said?
Right. Kind of
Okay. Is he dangerous towards us?
It seems relatively deactivated at the moment.
Deactivated. Okay. So let's see. Since the proximity of me being closer to any of those items, do I need to roll anything?
You double
Or
moved?
because I already moved.
So
I double moved, so I just stay there, right?
Mhm.
Okay, yes, that's
But on
fine.
your next turn,
Okay,
you should
and
be
the-
able to investigate.
Get closer. Okay, sounds good. I'll wait for next turn and I'll investigate.
All right, Cola.
Okay.
What does Cola do?
Okay, so Cola's gonna stand up, and it looks like she's near one of the statue things, so she's just gonna start looking at that one that she's near.
Cool.
I'm
Roll
gonna try
focus to investigate.
Roll for focus. Okay. I'm actually good at this one. Let's see if that's enough. Nope.
Darn.
I
I don't think you really needed to move at all, really. So I'll let you use use your movement to roll, as it were.
Yay! That's very generous of you. Thank you. It worked.
All right.
Ah. Cool. 13 under 14.
So this
I'm gonna
thing.
stop rolling. I'll roll 20. I'm going back to D20 or Discord.
So at first, glance, this kind of looks like a sarcophagus, and if you zoom in on the map close enough to see the token from Incarnate, it does look like a sarcophagus. But as you start looking at it closer, Cola, you start to realize that there are pipe entrances to the inside, and you begin to realize it's not a sarcophagus at all. It's some sort of a... You get the sense that, like an intravenous feeding tube type deal, like these tubes were meant to connect to the living thing inside.
Oh wow.
Okay.
And I'll award 2 evidence points for that.
Wow.
Do I think that there is something inside right now?
You do not?
Is there evidence? Okay.
That's a great question, actually. Let me... So, you do see some bones popping out of it. So, there was... you're not sure if that means that the medical treatment, if it was a medical sort of thing, like an intravenous tube, failed, or what the deal is. But yeah, there was at some point something that had bones inside of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Is it alive or dead?
Dead.
I think it's dead.
Dead.
There's some
Okay.
bones.
Okay. Wow.
And that brings us to the major.
All right.
All right. I will join my companions on the other side of the
Honey?
and I will ask I will ask the team that one B with the green dot,
That's
Yes,
that-
that's my little.
that's your little guy.
Yes, that's my little guy.
Okay, so I won't attack your little
No,
guy.
don't attack her. No, don't.
I'm really curious about that mechanical arm.
Mm-hmm,
I've already used up my movement, so I'm too far away to examine it.
Okay.
But you know what? I'm going to move closer because at the moment that swarm is away from us, so they don't seem to be a threat at the moment. I will go ahead and double move just to get close to it on my next turn.
Okay.
very good. And
Okay. So that brings me to me. Okay,
that brings
I have
us
a
to
question.
the environment, actually.
Oh.
Okay.
So that let's see. First, they do not expand, and we're still at D20. One is not rolled. Spacesuits hold. Karuru, what would you like to do?
Yes. So I am curious about the other artifacts. I spoke with Cola and he said it had bones in one of them. I'm wondering if the other ones are also the same or if they're different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead
Okay,
and
so
move
I'm
closer.
gonna try and move closer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And I'll use the other 5 also. 1,
You
2,
were like here,
3.
right?
Okay. Yes, I was right there.
Right here. Yeah.
Am I jumping too far? I'm trying to see the squares.
They are hard to see on this map. I actually think you can legally get there, or at least, on 5 squares.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
got it. Yes.
Go ahead and roll
Yes.
focus to investigate.
Okay. Yes, let me look at my focus. Let's see. Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay. Oh no, it didn't work because I rolled 15 over 13.
Yeah, you see more artifacts, but further information not being gathered at this time. That brings
Okay.
us to Cola. And I'm keeping your bee out here because it's still smoky and it doesn't quite want to be near you at the moment.
Okay, yes. Yes, I wanted to be safe. Okay, good.
So I think Cola is going to start moving up. She kind of feels like she got what she needed to know out of these statues. So I think Cola's gonna chase the bees and try to get one to befriend her. She's determined at this point. She's like, this is for research.
Is that easier to see?
So now she. Yes.
Yes.
That's much
Yes.
better. Thank you.
Yes.
So she's going to go up to this bee and try to give. What resources do we have left?
Let's see.
Also, you feel free to yell at me if I'm using too many of our resources.
You have plenty, thanks to Karuru of Arcane Algae.
Great. I'll try some Arcane Algae, which I roll 3 times again.
Roll 3 times.
Okay. Just need to be under. I think it was a 12. 1, 2, 3. Yes. One of them worked.
One of them worked.
Hey.
Under 12.
And I will give you the 13 because it's one off and you have a B nearby that's on your side. I think I can narratively justify fudging a 13 to a 12, due to presence of ally. So,
Yay. Bending the rules.
there's a saying attributed to Gygax. I don't know if it's true, but he said a GM only rolls the dice for the sound they make. So he believed in occasionally adjusting things as needed, I guess. Major.
All right. Everybody's making friends with the bees. The major does not want to make friends with the bees.
Come on.
These are the source of my allergies. So I am where I'm at. I'm going to examine the mechanical arm.
All right.
See what kind of I can learn from it.
If you want to, you think it can be reactivated and brought to your side. Do you want to do 3 tech rolls? It's kind of your version of a taming roll to see if you can get it going.
What do you mean brought to my side?
Oh, right. And for your smuggler, right? So you use the dominance stat for taming
Yeah.
robots. Yeah.
So I roll 3.
Three dominances. Try to get at least 2 of 3 on your side.
Okay. All right. 3 d20s. Okay, I got a 12, a 13, and a 5. Ugh, and my dominance is 10. So 1.
So, question: when you made your character a smuggler, did you see the rule that they use dominance to tame?
I put bot stat dominance. Is that what that means?
Right.
Yeah.
No, so I think that's a good input for me to take. I need to make sure characters when they understand that when they make their characters. If you were using your tech stat to tame, would you have succeeded?
All 3 of them.
Would have
Yes.
succeeded. Okay. So yeah, we'll count that.
Because my technology is 17 and my dominance is 10.
Right. So you actually would be your stat block actually more closely represents a standard roboticist than a smuggler. Usually a smuggler would have the high dominance and not need tech, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's a thing I need to clarify in the rules. So that's one thing I will note down. But yeah, you are able to reactivate the robot using your tech for this purpose. And with that, let me get the the stats. I put the stats under here.
And it wakes up and says, "Hi, I'm Johnny 5."
That is now its official name.
Johnny 5.
Do not disassemble.
Right there. Copy. There. Bam. Alright, give it a moment
wow.
to load. Alright, so it has a tech stat of 3, meaning if it's with you, you can re-roll 3 actions with tech. It uses 2 strange sap, quote unquote, as food, kind of as fuel. And did I ignore the mind rolls only? I'll clarify that another time. Actually, I think I'll just cut that.
Okay.
But you can also spend 1 odd ore when you're with this thing to form a 4-hex bridge over magma. And for 2 rounds, that 4 square area is protected from being subjected to elevated impact effects.
Nice. I'll take it.
Alrighty.
Do I wear it like a gauntlet?
It's big enough where it kind of needs to travel alongside you.
Sling it over my shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
I yell to the others,
Okay.
"Look what I got!"
Okay.
And I'm waving it around like
Wow. Cool. Okay. So, does that bring to me?
That brings
All
us
right.
to the
So
environment
now-
rules. One moment.
Okay.
10, nope. Still not a 1, good. And I think this is our last time with a d20. 9. Alright, next turn we'll be rolling d12s. Blanca, what would you like to do?
Okay. So I would like to focus in on those artifacts to see again if I can take a peek at if they have something inside of them or if it was just like the other one that only had bones.
Alright,
So I'm going to take a look at that.
go ahead and
So
roll
I
focus.
believe I drop focus, okay. And my focus score is 13, so let me roll. Okay. And I got a 1 and it worked.
Perfect.
So I get to
perfect.
peek inside.
So you find you find more evidence that this is was supposed to these devices were supposed to act on presumably living citizens of the space empire. They don't seem to be. I imagine, if we were playing D&D, the first question would be, is this some sort of Iron Maiden torture device? No, it does seem to be for the perceived benefit of whoever is inside. And you find what appears to be a sort of rudimentary map of what is beneath Demeter 6, possibly leading the way to that hidden chamber that the group's been interested in finding.
Is there an entrance to that place? Excuse me.
It will take more research of the map, but you're already able to scan the map and thus take it with you.
And I have a question. Is this map we're on, the one we're on, is that Demeter 6?
You're on a moon that's relatively nearby Demeter 6, but you're not. That's the original place where you were trying to save the miners. So you'll be heading back there soon.
Okay. Okay, got it. So can I take the map with me?
Yep.
All right. So I acquire the map. Do I need to roll to do that?
No. Your focus roll was the roll. So you have the evidence of what these artifacts are for. You have the map, and that will bring us to Major. Or no, to Cola.
Okay.
Okay, so now I have a friendly bee with me. And I'm gonna try to, I think, explore. 1, 2. Can I go through these, or is there some
Wow.
obstacle
With the bee, you can. Yeah, you can easily move amongst the bee folk.
2, 3, 4, 5. And
I'll move your.
my bee can go with me. What do I see in the middle there of those bees?
So free action, make a focus roll.
Focus is 14. Okay, I got 10 under 14.
You see a roughly bipedal creature. Unfortunately, like its left leg is like a horse leg, its right leg is a monkey leg. And you suspect, due to how just out of whack this thing is, it has like a birdish head now, that this might be Licentian and the mutation gone awry. There are a bunch of bees around him at the moment. I think some of them look a little confused if bees have facial expressions that can be read. But yeah, you have found Licentian in his mutated state.
Do I see them giving him anything?
He does seem to be trying to draw strange sap both from the river and from those around him. You think that perhaps from your interactions with, or your studies of these type of creatures, they're confused as to whether he's a member of the Hive or not. And that's probably because he's absorbed so much of the honey mutagen that he's giving off some of the pheromones and whatnot of the Hive. But they also are aware that they've never seen a birdish, horse-hooved thing before, and so there's this kind of confusion amongst the drones as to what the proper action is.
Okay, can I? I'd love to get rid of this angry honey for my action. Is there? I guess do we have molten minerals enough that I can make an explosion, an explosive to blow it up?
Let us find out. You do have one of the explosives left over, though I think there's Major Canis holding the explosives.
Probably, yeah.
Probably.
Okay, no worries. In that case, can I jump over it again over here?
To where?
Can I jump over the honey at this spot?
At that point,
this
yeah, you can hop
spot?
over.
Okay. So, I'm not gonna be able to make it, am I? We'll see. Yeah, essentially, I'm gonna try to just get here. Can I make it that far?
You can probably get ready to be there on your next turn. But yeah, I don't think because you've already moved, right? So yeah, you can get into position.
Yeah. Can I? Okay, I'm gonna go stand at that spot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ready to jump.
And Major.
Oh, also, Cola's gonna shout back at everyone, like, I think I found him.
Okay.
Not looking good.
Oh no. Okay.
Major Canis is gonna scream to Cola, "Be careful!"
Is that a pun?
Yeah. Big Dog has just been having nothing but fun in this world. And then he looks over at
I just got it.
and he looks over at
I'm sorry.
Karuru and says, "And you be safe."
Okay.
I really can't complain because the working title for this module is Who We Choose to Be. But it brings us to your turn.
Oh.
All right. So I've seen that Karuru's been checking out these artifacts, and I don't think I need to assist there. I saw from what I could see. I mean, there's a wall there. I'm not sure how much of the view I was able to get, but
I don't think you can see L'Ascension right now, but as you crossed, you don't know the general layout of that area. You would have seen it. Yeah.
Right, and our comms, Cola's comm is not indicating to me that he's in any danger, so I'm not going to go rushing to Cola's aid. But I don't see that there's any areas down where we are at the moment, unless. So off to the right there, it looks like
hamster. Get the hamster.
Oh.
Look at the hamster.
I mean, are we collecting pets while we're here?
Yes, we're starting a zoo.
Real quick, the structure to the right from where I am, is that a wall or is that a staircase? Does that look like you can go in that direction?
Yeah.
So that is impassable, but that is an artifact. And right now, both you and Cola are in like the artifact area of the map, so you can take a focus investigative roll. Here to if you want to use your action to investigate.
Is it big enough where I could, or do I have to get up right up to it to investigate it?
You can you're in the general area, so you can investigate where you are.
I'm like kind of looking at it like this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm going to do that. 'Cause I don't want to waste movement to go over there if I don't need to.
Okay.
And I'm using focus, you said?
Focus.
Focus, come on, focus. It's a 6 under 14.
Perfect. So you get the sense, in this artifact's wall, you've noticed in the sarcophagus-looking things there are pipes, that seem to have some sort of medical application. You notice that there's similar pipes into this, and you realize it seems as if the intent of these artifacts back when they worked was to connect two life forms to each other.
Ooh, that's interesting. And I'm going to just so I'm making sense of what you're telling me. So all these artifacts that Kururu has been checking out, those pipes connected to the ones that were in the wall?
Correct. So this isn't. I mean, it's a device that the bees somehow brought back from their tunnel digging. So it seems that like one sarcophagus would link to it, and presumably, something else would have linked to the other pipe, and that some sort of chemical reaction between the two. Has anyone? This is a weird analogy, but has anyone seen Young Frankenstein?
No.
It's a great movie. You should see it. But there's a part where the spoilers for a black and white movie, but the mad scientist connects some of his brain to the monster's brain to help the monster become more able to express himself. And so there's kind of like a chemical transfusion between them with the apparatus. Some sort of a similar vibe is going here, you think?
Okay, so would my investigation show whether or not is
You can tell these are not functional. They've been
if something
through
were to be
too
connected to
much.
it, or is it in all like disrepair?
They're in
Okay.
very much
All right.
1,000 years worth of disrepair. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So I'll relay the information to Kururu because I know Kururu is looking at the objects that would have connected to it. And I'll say, I found this wall. It's got tubes similar to what you were describing, and it's quite possible that those devices connected to it. But this thing is so old. I mean, it's older than old.
Okay.
I don't think this thing would ever work, even if we tried doing that now. So at that point, I will say I'm going to head up towards where. Oh gosh! And then I realize over there is nothing but bees.
Oh yes.
And I'm not friends with any of them.
Well,
So
if you stay
1,
close
2,
to Kururu,
3.
she has, the pet that can give you safe passage.
This is true. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use my 5 to get over to here. That way I can cross over to the other side on my next.
Does the Empire arm move with you?
Yes. And I will make
Okay.
sure it's selectable. Controlled by all players, command save, and arm follows.
Okay.
Alright, your suits are starting to show
Okay.
where. We're rolling d12s
Oh, no.
now.
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
Oh.
I'm my skin's starting to itch a little.
Still holding out, and then do the things expand. Y'all are getting very lucky on the rolls so far. All right, that brings us back to Karuru.
Okay, so since Major Can is already checked, this area here, I don't know if I clicked on it. It used to be a connector to the artifacts, right? That's what you were
Right.
talking about. So that means that I cannot do anything there anymore because it's already been explored and we already found the news about it.
You found
So
the
I
clues there
think
for that
that
area,
the
yeah.
next I actually did find the map, and my question about the map is where can we access and when can it be helpful for us?
The map will probably be explored
So
back at Demeter 6.
okay. So it's just a tool we'll need for later on.
Mm-hmm,
Yes.
correct.
Okay. So that leaves me to move. Kola did mention something about the mouse. Can we bring him along with us, just like the Empire arm,
You can
or
try
is
to
he
tame the
stuck
mouse.
there? Or okay. Okay, so that'll take a few moves because I still have to move, right?
Right.
Yes. Okay, so that means I have to jump over the honey. So let me try moving a few steps closer to it. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, if I would stop right here, let me move it. I'll move it right here. Can I stay there?
You can't.
Or is it on the honey?
I mean, it
I
isn't
can't
safe to stay in the lava or
because
the
it's
honey.
honey.
But if you
Yeah.
double move,
Okay.
you can
So
hop
that
over it, right? So you can move your
yes,
10 if you
okay.
plan to
So
move.
that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Got it. Okay. So that was 5. So that's 5 and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, that's where I decide to move. And I
Perfect.
think my turn is up, right? Because I moved twice.
Yep. But you're getting closer to
Okay, got
position.
it. Okay.
Cola, what are you doing?
So it is now when I will leap over with my bee, and I'm going to kind of stand behind the bees to get a little bit of protection. And I'm going to say Ascension and just see how he reacts to his name.
Who are you?
A friend who's here to help.
Help with
We
what?
want to make sure you're doing okay. How you feeling?
All experiments have their setbacks, but I'm starting to stabilize. Um, Above game, you think that he's very much, whether it's the chemicals or just his own sense of ego, he's very much not in touch with the fact that the experiment is very much not going well. Are you here to try to stop the experiment? What do you answer? Oh, we froze.
Oh, here you are.
Hey, sorry about that.
No worries. I say to him, just taking care of you is our number one priority. And I am trying to just reassure him that what we're focused on is his safety. And I try not to mention the experiment.
Cool. Make a compassion check.
The 9 under 12.
All right, 1 point in a good direction. And so you move, you take some diplomacy. I think that moves us to Major. What would Major like to do?
Oh, when Major hears Cola say, "Your safety is our number one priority," he struggles to stifle his laughter. But he does, because he knows it's on open mic. I will. Where am I? I'm down there. So
The bee.
I see that.
Allied bees in the area, so you can get through here safely. And as to what you see, let me take our ruler. I think you can see it. I mean, it's crowded, so you probably don't get the full details that one leg's a horse hoof, one leg's a gorilla leg, but you can definitely see generally what's going on, right?
I think that Major is thinking that Licentian is a potential threat, potential danger.
Wow.
Much more than a hamster. As much as it's wonderful to have a rat in the party, he's going to work his way up past this group of bees to stand ready to assist Cola. So I had moved. It was here, so I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. If I do a double movement, will take me here. Am I safe there?
You're on the edge, but yeah, you can stand there. There's enough ground there. I'll call it safe.
Okay. And that'll be my full turn. With my intention being on my next turn, I'll cross over to Cola's side.
Opportunity roll. Let's see if the suits hold. So far, so good. We're moving the D10s next. And everyone make me that disease resist for being in the area that I've been forgetting to do.
11 under 12.
Good.
Remind me which one we compare it to. Stamina?
Stamina.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Got it.
15 over 13.
All right. Do you have anything from your class that might help you resolve that? Let me check the bot assist real quick.
So my class is criminal. Right, is that what you're referring to?
Oh, archetype. You do have a disease resist of 1, it looks like, right?
Yes.
Do you want to spend it to reroll?
Yes. Absolutely. And I'm re-rolling, and I have a 12 against 12.
Perfect. So no one takes damage from the mutagens in the environment, the globs don't expand, and the suits hold. And that brings us to Blanca.
Okay.
Karuru.
Good. Okay, yes. Okay, so now I'm getting closer to the mouse. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, no, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm gonna go up
pretty much as far as
closer.
Yeah, like right
I think
there.
you can get
Yes.
that. Yeah. I mean, I'm allowing
Here?
movement on diagonals.
Oh, yes.
So you are actually able to get
Okay.
adjacent to it.
Oh.
Oh, right here. Oh, wait. Okay, cool. Okay, so here I am. Now that I moved there, I'm gonna check to see if I can focus in. Is that what we do? We focus in to see what they're doing or what they are. Is that what we roll for?
So
Focus?
you have to give it.
Or
So
compassion?
we're gonna hop over to. You're gonna give it to Arcane Algaes,
Oh.
or what resource do you
Okay.
want to feed it from the party store?
Let's see.
Is it
remind
algae?
me-
We have so much. Just
Is this the
give it
arcane
archaeology.
Yeah, the
Sure,
blue.
yes. I'll
The
do it
one on
on
the
the penalty.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, sure. I'll do that. Uh-huh.
And give us 3
How many?
compassion rolls.
3 compassion rolls. Okay. I'm gonna look at my score real quick. 16. Okay, let's see. Yes.
1 success.
Oh.
Two
Second
successes.
success.
And that's 2 of
Okay.
3. You can roll the third if you like. But yeah, you are able to, lure.
It worked. Okay. So I tamed it and it's on our side now.
Correct.
Yay! Woohoo! It's working, friends.
Furball.
Aw, so cute. Hey, can we climb and fly with him?
Big
No,
Or is it big
you're
enough?
way bigger than.
It's
than
too small.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
That brings us to Cola.
Okay.
Cola is gonna continue trying to talk to Ascension, and she's gonna say this time, Ascension, so what, as a fellow scientist myself, I'm very intrigued by your research. What has been your marker for success so far?
Make me a compassion check.
Ooh, that's a 16 over 12. Do I get to re-roll using my B? Is that
Let's see
how
what.
having a companion works?
Yeah, so your bee has agility and focus as its kind of benefits. So yeah, at least that one, he's not being receptive quite yet. But he's not. You took a very scientific route, but he's starting to eye you suspiciously. But yeah, forward progress not quite being made there. You haven't moved, so you can do a second action if you want to try another compassion roll.
Yeah, I'll do that. And also, I think we should soon start to call in the reinforcements to get us out of there, if it's going to be delayed.
Me.
Do y'all
So you're making
agree?
the call.
I think we should.
Party
Does everyone
confirm.
agree on that, or do we want to wait?
Okay.
Oh, we can make the call.
Yes, let's make the call.
All right.
Okay. Just so that we have someone coming eventually to get us. Here's my next
so-
turn.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
He's still really not receptive to that argument. It's okay.
Oh darn. Major, what would you like to do?
thing.
So Major is going to, since that's a friendly bee on over there by Cola, I can cross over this
Right,
This
no
river
pest
of honey.
resist needed. Yeah.
right and land opposite Cola, like over here maybe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, one. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, perfect. So 5 does bring me right here. And then once I'm over there, now that I'm closer and I'm seeing all of these, so this is L'Ascension here in the middle,
Correct.
Yes.
and these are all different type of mutated things surrounding him.
Those are all
Yep.
very confused
those
hive
are the
bees because they can't tell if
Oh.
Ascension's part of the hive or not. So there's a swarm around him. Game mechanic wise, if you didn't have the bees, we would have to be rolling to see if you can even talk to him, right? Because there's this cloud around him, right? But you have an allied bee with you, so that's allowing you all to navigate through and reach him.
Gotcha. Okay. So I'm going to. Oh, where's what? Hang on, let me see what's the. I'm going to. Since I'm right next to Cola, I'm going to say. We need to get Licentian out of here, right?
Yeah, but if you could convince him that we're just helping him, that would be great. I have not had so much success with the whole let's be research buddies route. So maybe you could be a little bit more persuasive. Use some of that great thinking you have up there in that noggin of yours.
Major is gonna like crack a little smile. Probably the first one that he's done since the very first session. And he's gonna say, "Yeah, I'm actually quite good at the compassionate stuff." And I'm gonna say, "Licentian, are you coming with us or not?"
Roll dominance.
All right. And my dominance is a 15 over 10. That was an easy answer. And when I get that negative response, I'm gonna go Plan B, and I'm going to throw a smoke screen right at the center of this group where Licentian is standing.
All right. You're very close, and they're just
Ola
everywhere, so I don't
smacks
really
her
think you
forehead.
can miss. But yeah, they will run off.
Ola says, "Why do I even try to do group work? This is why I should just work alone."
Now, if I wanted to basically grab him and throw him over my shoulder, what would that take?
We'd start having opposed might rolls. We'd kind of enter informal combat, as it were. But
Okay, well, I'm just asking. I'm not trying that. I'm just wondering what the.
All good. All good. All right.
But I want to at least clear out the other things that may, if we do have to use any type of, I just don't want the swarm thinking that it's protecting one of their own, and then it becomes a big problem.
Right. All right. Let's see if this is for the suits. Rolling the dice.
Okay.
It almost hit one, but it didn't. You all are very lucky, and this is for the expansion.
Phew!
All right. And
Oh my God.
Did we
Do
roll
you
a
have to roll
D10 last
resist?
time or a D12 for the suits?
Oh, let me check.
I think it was D10, right?
Yeah, I think we're down to D10.
Oh, you did D12.
D12 last time, so
Oh,
this is our first
well, there
D10.
you
You have
go.
one more round of D10, and then we are starting to throw D8s. So
Okay.
This is why I called in the reinforcements.
Thank you. Good.
and that
Phew.
brings us to Karuru.
Do we have to roll the resist?
Oh yeah, roll the resist
Yeah,
against stamina, disease resist.
Stamina?
We're
Okay.
good. I just felt like we cheated you out of that so many times that I wanted to
I
balance
appreciate
that out a
it.
little bit.
Okay. Phew, if it worked.
3 under 12.
And lucky when we needed it. Yeah.
Very good. And Karuru.
Okay. So at the moment, I got the lightning in a furball, so that's where I am at. However, I can see the big cards about. Yeah. Thank you. So did Major Canis get Licencion? Is he in our team now, or are we still trying to convince him and
still
persuade
unsure
him?
about y'all. Still unsure about y'all.
Okay. So, is there a possibility for me to jump over that honeycomb thing? Or is it a wall, or do I have to go around?
I will allow
This part here.
a might roll to jump over that far. And on a fail, you might land in the heavy.
Oh, and which, I forget the names of it. Hold on. Which thing do I look for? Like the might, the
Right,
focus,
you'd have to
agility?
roll d20
Would it
under
be
your
agility?
might. Because
Under my might? Under might?
right, because you're trying to
D20.
dodge the wall. You know, it's strength of jumping.
Oh,
Right?
yes. Yes. Okay, got it. That's a little risky because I have a 9 and it's kind of risky.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let me check. What else? Other option I have. Let's see. So can I actually take the long route?
You can take the long route.
I'm also wondering, those blue, they look kind of like spiders, but also like bubbles. Is there more, are there more like helpful herbs or other resources we can gain from going there?
Yeah.
That way, like just in case our team needs more resources for example, or going back to where we were in the bubble.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get some resources instead. Let's see. I'm gonna move. Can I move twice? That way I can get there faster.
Yeah, you can.
And
Yeah,
I think
use your
that'll
action
conclude
moves.
that'll conclude. And can I do diagonal as well?
Yeah, diagonals are okay.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'll go here. Okay, I'll move right there. That was 5 diagonally.
Cool.
And then I'll move 1, 2, and that'll be it. Okay,
Cool.
That's it. My turn.
Perfect.
Yes, got it.
Okay.
Cola, you got a limited clock ticking to try and convince L'Ascension to go with you. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna first glare at Major Canis, and then turn back to L'Ascension and say, listen, this is not as someone who has done significant research, I understand that this is perhaps not the best place to do it. There's not a controlled environment. If you just accompany us back, we can help set you up with a more sufficient lab, that would allow you to do more controlled experiments, and perhaps we could even help you create things that more completely align with your goals.
All right, test compassion.
Nope.
Nope. Yeah, they think nah. So.
Oh, wait.
Oh no.
Okay. Listen, she decides to switch tactics. You are going to die out here if you don't come with us. Would you like to die?
I'll let you roll either compassion or dominance for that one. Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna roll dominance. Yes.
Alright.
14.
So we're at 2 successes.
Yeah, finally.
Alright, and so we just need one more success to get him to trust you all.
Okay.
She whispers to Major Canis, sometimes yelling does work.
Oh, and
Major.
I somehow skipped Major. Major, it is your turn. Are you
So
going to be able
Major
to bring us
Canis-
home?
I'm going to try. So Major Canis is going to say to L'Ascension, look, what Cola said is true. You're going to die. You should come with us. A whole speech about the lab sounds pretty darn appealing to me. And I'm gonna do this. Time is running out. You've got to go. And I'm actually going to I'm going to say we've come a long way to get you, and if we don't get you back, it's basically the end of the world. Life as we know it will cease to exist. You die, we all die. I'm getting hives of my own under my suit, because this is just this. We've got to go, and I'm just pleading with him at this point.
All right, make me a dominance roll, I think.
Oh yeah. My dominance is only 10, and I rolled a 17 over 10.
All right.
All right, what's your second argument?
Oh yeah, you they haven't moved, so you do get a second action.
Oh, I get a second action. I'm going to say, did we get the impression that he is unhappy by mutating? These mutations are not going the way he wanted, because we do have those cures. Maybe
Right.
I can carrot in front of the donkey, kind of convince him.
So he is
We-
very
Apparently
much.
he doesn't know, right?
There's a part of him that knows that this isn't going well, but kind of the sunk cost fallacy. He doesn't want to admit it yet, and so, and he very much sees himself as being able to initiate a new status for humanity, where we are perfected from any imperfections. But yeah, there is a part of him that's starting to realize I'm going off the rails here.
I'm going to tell him that before we came here, your research, we got to glimpse your research, and even though I do not understand any of it, my colleagues feel that your research has merit, and the things that you were hoping to achieve may actually be achievable. But if you die here, now, all of that research is for naught. And none of it will go beyond what you've achieved so far.
I'll allow compassion or dominance as you see fit.
Well, compassion's just an 11, but I got a 7
5%
under
could
11.
help.
Yay!
Compassion.
What did you get?
A 7
Well
under
done.
11.
7 under 11. That
Yay!
gives us our third success. Alrighty.
Phew.
Just in time.
Yay!
So
Feel honey
So is he
coming out of my
coming?
ear ducts.
he's coming with you. So I've been
Okay.
using this tracker. So on round 1, what I named round 1 Amara, I put in the call. Round 2 has passed. At the end of round 3, the round we're going to do right now, you all are going to be able to get out of here. But first, let's see how we do on a D8. So far, so good.
Yay!
Does it matter that I was lying through my teeth and that I see no merit in his research whatsoever?
It probably, strictly
Oh,
speaking,
goodness.
should have been dominance, but it's fine.
It still have been 7 under 10, so it would have still...
Perfect. All right, test stamina to see
Yay!
for your disease resists.
Okay.
Disease resist.
Okay.
Good. 8 under 12.
4 under 12.
Oh, I didn't even write it. Hold on. Okay. Worked. It
Okay.
did. 11 under 14.
Perfect. So, final rounds. Any last actions you want to take, Karuru?
Yes, I would like to mine some helpful herbs
All right, go on ahead.
or or show me what else we're running low on. That way we can have a little more of that.
Let's see.
Okay. So which one do we need most? Which one are we running low?
Strange sap, which you can get from the river, and you're near the river, so you can adjust, try and mine that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
but
I'll get stuff from the river, so you can get stuff from the blue tree.
Yes. So what? Is it? Hold on, I remember. Is it? What is it called? Arcane algae or helpful herbs or molten minerals? Is any of those in the blue bubbles?
So no,
area?
the geologicals are not in the bubbles. Only the
Not that jello. Only arcane algae? Or
only
no?
arcane algae,
Yes or no?
strange sap, and helpful herbs, the botanicals.
Okay. In that case, I'll try getting helpful herbs.
Alrighty.
Okay, so it'll be a compassion roll. Okay, slash.
And while she's doing that, I'll also roll to look for my arcane.
It
algae.
worked.
How many times do I roll that?
Alright.
I just roll it once. Cool. Oh, God.
And you're spending your whole turn here to do that, right, Blanca?
Yes.
Alright, roll a d6.
Okay. I got a 1.
One is better than nothing.
Okay.
And
Oh, does that mean I only get one of them?
only gets one of them, yeah.
Oh. Oh, goodness. Okay. Okay,
And-
one is better than nothing, yes.
Cola, last actions.
I rolled a 20 to try to get arcane algae from the honey.
Darn.
Not 20. Yeah.
Yeah. And Major.
Just gonna ask, is there anything that you guys aren't able to get that I should try to get?
Try to get some arcane algae from the river.
All right.
Well, the
then I'm
river
gonna
is
do that.
strange sap, right? It's the honey river, right? So,
Oh,
but you are
Also
low
roll
on
a
strange
20,
sap.
yeah.
So, if you want to try the roll to do that,
Yeah, get strange sap.
Well, that explains why you weren't able to get the arcane algae. There
Yeah, I
was
was
none.
looking for the wrong thing.
dice does
I
follow
will go
the
ahead. And,
narrative.
yes, I will go ahead and go shoot for the strange sap.
All right, that'll be
Um,
against focus.
All right. Roll 3 of them, right?
Just one.
Just
Oh,
one.
just one. Oh, I get so excited. Okay. And it's a 1 under 14.
All right, roll a d6.
awesome.
D6. And I got a 1 out of 6.
Oh,
Two ones
at
in
least
a row.
one. Yes, that's okay.
That's even a good one. All right. I got 1.
Every little
Okay.
bit helps. Every little bit helps.
Yes, yes. Okay.
All right, and the round ends. The researchers break through, and you are all able to.
Yes.
Let me get the whole team here.
I just noticed you got all kinds of weird stuff up in the top right we didn't even check out.
Oh.
That's above game.
Just
That's
swap
another place to
for
find
now.
out about the map and whatnot. So if players wanted to advance up, there's stuff to find there too. But
Oh,
you all
okay.
found the clues.
Okay. And we got Licention, right? So he's
That's
coming
right.
with us? Okay. Mission
Nice.
accomplished.
Didn't have to
Yay!
drag
Oh,
sorry ass out of
awesome.
there.
Woo!
We're populating in. Very good. Cool. All right, so we're halfway through because we're doing the longer session because it's the finale. Why don't we all just take like a 5-minute stretch break and be back here 8:20ish?
Yeah, sounds good.
How do we feel that scene went? What did you all think?
2 thumbs up. I liked it. I
was a
feel
lot of
like
fun.
I'm getting more the hang of it.
Mhm.
Like it's coming more, like I'm thinking of more ideas And I, since we've played multiple times together, I guess we're like becoming a team because we're like thinking and going through it all and contributing together. So I really like that.
It did feel a lot smoother to me this time. Like, it felt like, okay, we started to get a
Yes,
rhythm
me
going,
too.
kind of like, yeah.
Yes, that's what I was meaning to say. Yes, that's how it felt for me.
I also liked the layout of the map itself, like the way that this whole exploration was structured worked really well, where there were kind of like two goals, so people could work on things at different times, but also the barriers, like there were barriers, things that we had to be jumping over. But in some of the other maps, it's felt like that's like really slowed us down a lot, and in this one, it just had to make us like think a little bit more critically about our movement, but didn't like fully impede everything we were trying to do.
Awesome, awesome. And Dennis, third on the circle.
I really enjoyed it. I think I'm loving the fact that my companions have these preconceived notions of Major, like this strapping guy, but he's really the weakest of the group, and they're asking him to be compassionate. He has no compassion, and um, and everything that he's doing is just kind of shooting for the hip and kind of crossing his fingers that it's all going to work out. Um, in terms of the mechanics of the game, this, and I'm not sure what it is. I don't know if it's because you've been tweaking the rules as we've been playing, but it has been getting smoother in terms of gameplay. And today was nice to see some of the things that or at least that actually be used in the game. If you saw the benefit of it, so it kind of gets you excited to see, well, what this mechanical arm, what am I going to be able to use that with? Even if I don't get to use it, at least I know there might be a use for it. It's fun. I'm enjoying it.
Awesome, awesome. All right, let me. Is there anything that the game just seems still needs to be tweaked or whatnot?
You could make the bees more aggressive if you wanted, or like somehow because while we did have to avoid the attacking honey, it never really got to us in any way that was super damaging.
Maybe
so
10% expansion was a little too low on the.
Yeah, because you're not rolling it that frequently.
Mm-hmm.
So like you want it to expand at least once, I feel like.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. Makes sense. Anything else?
I'm still not feeling the stress or the tension of the roles that we're making for the disease resist and the suits and all that kind of stuff. I think the last time we were talking about, like, were you doing D100s to start this week?
Right, I did at the start. I think I only did one D100, but then I started moving to D20s. Okay. But I probably shouldn't even have done that. I probably should have started D20.
Because I think we talked about that last time about bringing it down sooner, so that way the threat was more. You could feel the threat more. I wasn't feeling the threat, so I think that would have. I mean, it wasn't that I wasn't having fun. That real threat,
right?
It was something that I was kind of looking forward to.
Maybe I should not just make it fails on ones and fails on ones and twos. That way, with the D20, it's a 10% chance of happening. With the D8, that's a 1 in 4. That way there is a bit more pressure. I don't know. Do you think that would be a good adjustment?
So that adds to the that just in a way is like adding a level of complication. So I wonder if there's a way to just like make it really. I mean, you could think about the probability that you want of it hitting a 1, and then use whatever kind of side, like whatever dice you need for that to be it. So if you like a 1 in 100 chance, that like to some extent does make sense for your first turn. You don't want them to be absolutely wiped out. But you could start dropping it down a lot faster.
Right.
Like,
So
if that
from
makes
like
sense, 'cause-
D100, maybe even the D12 right after that, kind of.
Yeah, totally. Like we don't like let there be a chance that you die on the second round.
Cool.
Do like though that there's multiple threats that we're up against, and that I really enjoyed. Wasn't just okay. We're just making this one roll, and you all succeeded. There was multiple different things that we're trying to beat.
Right. And that's important for game balance, right? Because if you have the doctor has the disease resist, so can call upon that to re-roll that. If your character doesn't have the disease resist, is this just a bad environment for your character? If there's multiple threats, each character will have strengths and weaknesses within that environment, right? I think one thing that we saw that did work about the dice system is, Amara, you were able to realize we're running out of time, right? You had the information to work with and to call in the people, right? So, yeah, I do need to redo my math there and find something that works more elegantly in terms of the danger. But I do think that the general mechanic, does give the players info to work with.
Yeah, I definitely prefer this over the, like, who knows how long you have. And I was, like, I felt the time, as you said. That's why I said, like, let's call in the escape thing. Like, we don't have infinite time. I could see you lowering that dice amount. I was like, math, probability, it's going to hit us eventually. So I was feeling it at least. Maybe being just like more explicit about what dice you're at. I don't know. Yeah, just something to think about.
Cool. And so it's 8:30. People are good till 10, right?
Yes.
Cool. All
I
right.
might start to be very sleepy around that time because it'll be 1 a.m. here, but I'll do what I can.
Oh, sorry. I appreciate the dedication to the cause. All right. So, you all, will have a day's worth of time pass. All are back on Demeter 6. And right now, the things that are going on is Licentian is semi-conscious in the hospital. And you have a very nervous Clarity and a very concerned Camillo in front of you right now because Clarity's trial is going to be today. And Clarity thinks that you have some clout with the citizens and maybe you can convince them to, would you be willing to, I've amended my ways, I won't work for evil corporations anymore. I didn't know they were going to maroon us. I mean...
Oh, that's cute. She thinks we have clout. Aww. Well,
Doing something right.
And she just like, oh, no. Look, if you're able to convince them not to execute me, I'll let you borrow muffins.
Muffins?
Oh yeah, muffins. I'll show you muffins.
These
Okay. I haven't met them.
So actually, let's get the party command copy to.
Just picturing a cute little name like Muffins. It's like a rhinoceros type creature.
Oh.
This is kind of Demeter 6 looking. We're not going to use...
Is our bubble in Demeter 6? Is the bubble where we're at Demeter 6?
You have the bigger bubbles on Demeter 6. So Demeter 6 the volcano world.
Oh, wow.
But this will be all theater of the mind, really. So,
Okay.
but where did I put that? Playtest duplicate. Oh, that's right. They do have a map. All right. So they've taken Clarity to, the town's courthouse.
Okay.
And you find out that Muffins is an Ursus galacticus. These bear-like creatures are known to survive in extreme temperature environments, either extremely cold or extremely hot. And she named hers Muffins.
Wow. Wow. Reminds me of the owl bear.
Right.
So, I mean, are you willing to take my case? Try to...
So generous. Here's the situation. I mean, I'd be so happy to argue for you. You know, we love helping people who have supported evil corporations. But what I would really love is if you could give me full access to all the plants and biological labs that you have growing in your little mining colony. I have a lot of interest in what's capable of growing here, what kind of unique properties things might contain.
I mean, I'll show you everything I know. I'll give you card key access to everything. I mean, I was already showing you the heat shield computer and whatnot. I'm reformed. I'm reformed.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you'll do us. I assume us doing this favor kind of gives you. You need to do a favor for us after this, right? That's how this works.
Sure. Anything.
Lovely. Then absolutely. I've always wanted to pretend to be a lawyer.
All right.
Major says to Cola, "You'll be a much better lawyer than I." Because my favorite tagline is "Hang 'em high."
I don't know. That'd be pretty convincing to me. You have the stature for it. Looks very intimidating. That's what being a lawyer is. Just yelling at people.
And the judge.
And you hear the gavel. And I'm Judge Nimrod, calling this proceeding to order. Aeneas, for the prosecution, please outline your charges. And the rival lawyer who's really just one of the angry mob of the citizens, right? Because this is somewhat of a they've just got marooned, right? So this is somewhat of a guerrilla trial. We have the following evidences that Clarity is responsible for our maroonment. The climate on this planet, including the actions of the Moon Mason bees, started about the time she joined the colony. We know that Clarity has lied before. She covered up a robotics accident that got 3 of our miners killed. And just as the people's spokesperson, as the corporation's spokesperson, then there's no way that she couldn't have known that they were planning some sort of maroonment. She probably only just didn't know that they planned to maroon her too. And for your opening statement, what would you like to say, whoever's speaking for the group?
Anyone else want to give it a try? Otherwise, I'm happy to do it.
Major would say to Cola, "That's a lot to work with. It's pretty self-incriminating." Yeah.
Oh, no. I've been in this exact same spot. They tried to put in the same charges on me a couple of years ago. Don't worry, I got this.
Okay, well, I'm an apothecary, so I'm not very good with court cases, so I'll hand you the mic.
Cole is going to step forward and say,
Got your back.
so I'm stepping up here as an expert witness. And as an expert witness, what I would like to state about the Moonbee activity is that while this may be a correlation of events, we cannot prove causation based on correlation alone. Therefore, we must throw out that argument. Additionally, they simply refer to a previous lie that our client had done about, children, but children get into trouble all the time, and we really ought to understand that there's silliness and their brains aren't even fully developed. Like, of course she was gonna lie about that. You want to protect the children. Cole is realizing she didn't take very good notes about what had been said about the children.
Yeah, I keep going though. I'm finding this entertaining.
Lastly, you claim that she has no plausible deniability when it comes to the actions of the evil corporation. Now, let me ask you, do you think evil corporations tell all their people all their evil plans? No, that would be ridiculous, because then if they're captured, they would reveal them. So you make this assumption without having any evidence that it is true. Therefore, we can't just make baseless assumptions in court, otherwise the law would be fake. And then she mutters, even though it already is. Therefore, none of these claims are valid, and we must assume the best intentions of our client. Thank you. Drops the mic.
Make us 3
Major
compassion
actually
rolls.
says,
Wow.
Major's going to say, what she said.
What kind of role am I making? Compassion?
Yeah, because you aren't threatening the town, right? So I think it would be compassion.
Yeah, I'm just being supportive. Okay, I'm gonna roll on Discord because things have not been going well. Yes, 10 under 12.
Cool.
So is that all I have to do?
One of
Okay.
3. Give us 2 more.
Oh, give you 3. Okay. Yes,
Cool.
5 under 12.
All right, you have the advantage. Let's see
then-
if you bring it home.
Ooh.
17, no.
I do not bring it home.
And so, eventually, the jury, disbands, and they basically, at 2 out of 3, they give you an ultimatum. It's basically saying, if you're able to stop the Moon Mason bees from destabilizing this planet, we will take that as evidence that she's not causing this. And so we will stay her execution until such a time as you are able to, provide this for us.
Oh, you need us just to befriend the bees? No problem. We're already besties with them. Right? Just show them your
Yes. And we also have a flying mouse.
Mm-hmm. And
We
there's
are the
definitely a
path to
bunch of
success
villager
already.
kids trying to pet the flying mouse, So, Clarity, as you get back to a private place with her and Camillo, she's like, okay, which of you wants to first things first? Which of you wants to to adopt muffins?
I'll go.
That's
I want to adopt a muffin.
Thank you.
Okay.
That way I'll have 3 helpers.
I actually
The
think
bee,
you're the only one with a
the
high enough
mouse.
compassion stat to control 3 at a time, so that actually makes both mechanical sense.
Okay.
So,
I would
And it
adopt
looks like Owl Bear.
I mean, if you had a pet named Maximus Destructus, it would probably be a ladybug, and I would take that one.
Oh, that reminds me. So a long time ago when I was a freshman in college. I had a presentation for biology, and I didn't know what ladybugs eat. So I wasn't presenting at that time because I was presenting the wetlands where I went with a group. And the professor asked me, so during the presentation itself, they were like, so tell me, what do ladybugs eat? And I was like, oh no, I don't know. In my mind, suddenly I was like, just imagining biting a leaf or imagining them biting a leaf or some grass or anything. So I said, oh, they eat grass. And she docked me so many points off. She said, sorry, they actually eat aphids. And when I actually looked at a little comic, there was a picture of some ladybugs. And someone said, oh, look at those ladybugs. They're so cute and adorable and kind. But if you went closer to the picture of what they were doing, and they were actually screaming, "Die, you aphid!" And they were like trying to bite it. So they're actually, even though they sound like cute little things, they're actually very destructive and very like carnivorous. And yeah.
There's always problems
that's
in
my
making
story about
animals
ladybugs.
anthropomorphic. Like
Yes.
Disney really wants us to forget that Simba and Kiara are probably siblings. Due to the way lions work. But yeah.
Yes. Oh, cool.
All right.
Yeah.
So, Camilo says, good, we have plans for muffins. What do you, what did you find out on the Moon Mason moon? You know, did you learn anything of note?
Yes, actually, I was able to find a map which can help us with exploring the Demeter. Am I saying it correctly? Demeter 6?
That's how I pronounce it. It's a Greek deity, so I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. But
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I found a map. It might be helpful. Do you want to take a look at it?
Yes, I think with this we will be able to get close. Let's see, but you're going to be so close to the core that we're going to need to mithril enforce your suits. Do you have 2 molten minerals and 2 odd ores for us?
Let's check. I only got 1. We'll see. I don't know.
Alright.
I think we might have only one.
Are we missing some? Oh, yeah, we're running low.
Right. So, you got 6 blockchain, from the scientists, for helping with Sentient. You also have the helpful herbs that you can trade for the resources.
Okay.
And this probably makes more sense, if this wasn't the last session of our little campaign here, because then we'd be able to strategize, do we want to keep the helpful herbs or keep the blockchain for later use? So it's probably more character-based right now than practical, but which method for getting those resources would you take?
Remind me what the blockchain is?
That's kind of the generic currency of the world, of this universe.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Due to how...
is that kind of like the currency?
Yeah, it's the currency.
Okay.
It's not... it's somewhat dystopian that they're using blockchain. I'm not a blockchain supporting person, but it kind of part of the dystopian feel is that's what they're using for currency. Yeah.
Okay. So looking at our resources, I think I would like to ask the team to help me decide.
Yeah, use the blockchain.
Okay, sure. Okay,
Go for it.
Okay, so how do we do that?
Again, it would
we
be
have
track
to
it more if there was
rolls for.
Oh no, it's just you go to the market and you convince the villagers to take your blockchain for the resources you need. So if we were playing more games beyond this in this specific storyline, you'd track 6 blockchain you got, now you're down to 3, and that can impact how much you buy later on. But you have the mithril suits, and
yes,
Camilo says, we know that based on this map, It's possible that Demeter 6 as a whole isn't a natural planet, but may have been created by
Oh.
the space empire for some sort of experimentation. So we actually don't know what you're going to find down there. Whatever it is, I imagine they wanted to keep it very secret. I can't imagine any other reason to bury it so deep, especially by the core of the planet. So this is, might get very intense very quickly.
Yes. Oh goodness. And will our suits help us? Like, do we have some protection with our suits if we do enter that world?
They'll hold out as long as they can, but I would definitely move quickly.
Okay.
Again, kind of for this one, we'll say it'll be the rest. You call in the rest of that round, and then at the very end of the second round, you'll be able to get out. But
Oh.
so, but yeah, it's gonna be very intense down there, because
Oh goodness. So, is there a possibility to have kind of like an enclosure for us to not, like kind of like a special bubble so that when we do go down there, we're like protected in a sphere, not just like nakedly in there without any protection?
the mithril suits are the best we can do for you. I mean, mithril's hard to make.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
So it's you will have a mining transport that will get you as close as possible. Once you're at the suspected location of this chamber, we have dynamite for you to blow your way in. And once there, you need to see if you can solve this mystery as to, why are the Moon Mason bees so determined to find something. And if it's inside this chamber, whatever it is they're trying to find, we're going to need you to, resolve it so that they'll leave the world alone.
Okay. So I have another question. When we go into Demeter 6, following the map, are the bees there too?
It looks like the reason why the bees haven't been able to find what they're looking for is that this is beyond, where they normally like to survive. So this does mean that it is possible for pets, all your pets, to take damage in this environment. If the trainer takes damage above game, there's a 50% chance that your pet will have to pay one of its stats and it can gain it back later by eating, but to survive. And obviously, if it runs out of points to spend, then then it goes.
And do we have a timer? Do we have a special timer that's telling us to hurry before, so that we could make it back safely?
You have to trust your suits. You'll be getting above game the opportunity rolls as usual.
Okay, got it. All right. I would like to consult. I would like to consult with the team. What do you think we should do next, or is there any feedback you want to give before we enter this?
Let's go for it.
Okay. Okay, let's go for it then.
Right.
Okay,
Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Okay, let's do it. If we die, we died for a good cause.
All for one and one for all.
Okay, put your hands in. 1, 2, 3. Hurrah! Okay, let's try it.
And be good to
Major would
muffins.
just rattle off.
Okay, yes. Oh, and can muffins help us if we need their help?
Right, so let me get all the pet stat blocks.
Okay.
Get to Buzz. So, each of you has at least one minion now, which is nice.
Okay.
Command to the copy. What was I gonna say? Dennis, one of your creature's capabilities depends on odd ore. Do you want to spend any blockchain to stock up on odd ore should you want to make use of that.
Yeah, if I can.
Cool. So yeah, we'll get you, if you spend the blockchain, you'll get up to 4 ore. Let's get that for you.
Can we try to mine any resources while we're out and about?
On the way down, I'll let everyone take a roll for either molten minerals or odd ore.
Okay.
Okay. Molten minerals are odd ore. Okay, odd ore. Here we go.
Okay.
I do not get it.
Okay. I'll try molten minerals because I feel that I have a better chance with those.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. Let's see. Yes. Okay. Molten minerals. Now do I roll a d6 too?
D4 for
To see how
for
many
minerals.
I get? D4?
Yeah, D4 for
Okay,
the
D4
geologicals.
from-
Yep.
D4. Okay, got it. D4. Okay. Yes, I made it.
Those are we low on?
1, actually, sorry. 1. I'm sorry, I just rolled 1.
Yeah, at least you found something.
Yes.
Honestly, just go for whatever you're better at, technology or strength.
I will go.
You're probably good at best
for-
at tech. Yeah. Fine. look for
Yeah,
molten
so
minerals.
I'll go for the
Yeah.
molten minerals. Yep. Okay. At a 6 under 17.
6
Go ahead,
under
I'm sorry.
17. Go ahead and roll the D4s. Sorry, so block guy, add 1 to which one?
Molten minerals.
Molten minerals. Cool.
I got a 4 on that one.
Cool. And that's for odd ore?
Oh, nice.
Molten minerals.
Molten
Molten
minerals.
minerals. Cool.
Okay. Okay.
And Amara, did you get one?
No, I didn't. I rolled over.
And with that, let me. Give that to reference if we need. No.
Okay.
We need our mouse. Alright. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Player bookmark. Alright, you should see all black right now. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna actually put the Ascension won't be here.
Major says to Cola, lawyering. If I'm ever on trial, I want you to be my lawyer.
Thank you. I'm, it's a possible profession that I will never take, but who knows?
Don't be too sure. I'm often being accused of something or other.
Me too. People don't really like it when you just break into their gardens, so could be useful to have that as a side gig.
And I'll be your lawyer if it happens to you.
There we go. Lawyers for everyone.
You know what they
And the
say,
judge.
whoever represents themselves as a lawyer has a fool for a client.
Nice.
Alright. You're going to be at the very bottom of the map. You should be able to see something.
Okay. Oh, I started to see it. Okay.
Da-da-da.
Cool.
So we'll start with the environment. I need everyone to make me an element. So going in, there's a sudden temperature change because it's unusually hot in this chamber. Whenever there's a sudden temperature change, your suits will take time to adjust. Everyone give me an elemental impact roll. So test stamina. If you fail and you have a point in elemental resists, you can use that point to reroll.
Okay.
Okay, I take damage.
Cool. And it's 3 damage to anyone who fails, except for the holder of the polar bear, in which case reduced by 2, you go down by 1. But you pass, Blanca. Very good. And Major?
Yes, I passed. Yes.
Against 12.
What against 12?
12 against 12.
Perfect.
Oh, 12?
Mm-hmm.
I
So,
rolled a 12
alright.
and my stamina is 12.
The 3 damage goes to your stamina, which means whatever next stamina roll takes place, it will be against that current lower value. The first thing you all realize is that there's some sort of, smoke in here, and it's impacting visibility. So you, borrowing some sort of solution, have, about 3, squares of visibility. And with that, Blanca, what would you like to do?
Okay, so at the moment, I don't really see that much of the map, so moving maybe might clear some path. That way I can see better.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd like to move 5 first.
Go ahead and move 5 in
let's
whichever
see.
direction you want to
Okay. Okay, I'll go straight. 1, 2, 3.
go. All right, pause right
4.
there. Pause
Did
right there.
I pass it? Yeah. Okay, I don't know where I moved it. Somewhere there.
So through the smoke,
It's dark.
you bump headlong into something.
Uh-oh.
And
I bumped into something. Okay.
it's obviously very old, very ancient. Do you want a focus roll to kind of
See what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Yes, that way I can see what the ruins are. Let's see. So that's focus, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see. Try. Okay. No, it didn't work. I got 14 over 13. Only one higher than the one I. Yeah.
All right. So no
No, I
impact
couldn't.
or
I couldn't
discovery
see it.
yet.
No impact.
Cola, what would you like to do?
Okay, Cola is gonna follow in pursuit. Let's see if I can grab my little. Nope, it's just moving around the screen. Oh, I can't go there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And is there anything to either side of me that I can see?
Alright. Make me a focus check.
Right. 10 under 14.
10 under 14. You don't see anything quite yet, but you think you hear the whirl of machinery to the sides.
Okay, for my action, could I, is there a way to heal my,
You want to spend some of your helpful herbs?
Yeah, I'd like to heal some of my stamina because being down by 3 means I'm just going to keep getting worse and worse at a higher rate.
Precisely. So you have plenty. You can spend 2 to roll a d6 healing die.
Yeah.
Go ahead and do that.
Okay, I heal by 2. Okay, that's much better. Okay.
And Major.
Cool.
Major is sort of preoccupied with his Empire arm. It was like, now he's got this new toy and he's trying to figure it out, and he looks up and realizes he's alone. Everybody has gone off into smoke. So, and he's trying to make it look like he's not panicked, but he's slightly panicked. So he just runs in a no, a direction in this direction over here.
Alrighty. Go
So,
ahead and move.
1, 2, 3, 4. He'll end up there.
Cool. And
He's probably still panicked because he still doesn't see his colleagues.
you see, you're right at the edge of it, but you see something's ahead, and that sound of machinery is getting louder and louder.
Mm.
Right. I'm gonna do on my comm. Guys, where are you? Oh, come in.
You're on
Cool,
comms.
we'll
You can
say-
answer back if you like.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's just gonna say, "Oh, you'll be fine. It's just a little smoke."
Are you guys operating some machinery of some kind? I hear
Oh, good, you
things
can
running
do that
in
too.
here.
We'll bump into it eventually.
Okay.
And he's going to try to sound as brave as possible and say, "All right, I'll catch up with you guys soon."
So that's a movement. Do you want a double move or?
Well, you know what? Yeah, let me. I'm going to continue to go in the direction of the sound that I'm hearing. So would I just go straight at that diagonal?
Straight at that diagonal.
I can only see enough to make 3 squares here.
And
Whoa.
you,
Uh-oh.
to your
Wow.
surprise,
Okay.
you see, 2 giant bees, kind of encaged in this sphere. And you realize that the mutagen that moon mason bees secrete is being harvested from them. So this is some sort of, they're entrapped, and they've probably have been entrapped for a very long time and been tied to some sort of strange machinery. That's 2 movements, but that's what you find. These, for
Right.
lack of a better term, milking machines for the mutagens that the bees give off.
Yeah, I'm going to say, guys, you got to get
Oh.
over here.
Oh.
I've just discovered 2 very large bees that are being milked.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, I never thought I'd hear someone say that about bees.
Wow. They're not cows.
They're being
But what are
sucked
the-
of their mutagen,
Oh.
harvested,
Okay. Harvest.
being
Okay.
used.
Okay.
Are they
Oh.
unconscious?
They're conscious.
Are they dangerous?
They're
they dangerous
they're
to
very unhappy,
us?
but if you free them,
Mhm.
that probably would win you points with them.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
gonna not
okay.
make any threatening moves. I don't want them to think that I'm part of this.
Mhm.
It's being done to them.
Captivity.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
All right. So I rolled a 6. That means I've numbered these. So this one right here, there's kind of a heat flare, and you're the only one within 3 squares of it. Make me a elemental resist, Dennis.
It's a 9 under 12.
Perfect. All right, and suits are holding, but they're definitely stressed. And so how it's going to work, I'm going to be rolling for these heat flares. If I ask you for a heat flare roll, you're going to roll to see if you take damage. If you otherwise, at the start of your turn, you're going to need to roll your stamina to see if you're able to take 2 actions or 1, basically, again, because of the overwhelming heat. So all players in environment, will roll stamina to see if they survive the heat, and can do 2 or 1 actions. And if you're in a heat flare area, I'll give you special instructions. And if other things transpire, hypothetically, more instructions will come then as well. Blanca, what would you like to do?
Okay, so, excuse me. So, I would still like to check what those ruins are. I don't know if I'll find something there.
So do you have to start rolling right now to see if you take 1 or 2 actions?
Yeah, so first, take that stamina roll to see if you take 1 or 2 actions.
Oh, stamina?
Yeah.
Okay. No! It didn't work. I got 19 over 14.
19 over 14.
What does that mean?
So, you only get 1 action, but you want to use it to try
One
and...
action.
Yeah.
Yes,
Investigate?
focused?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, so I'll investigate. Let's see. Yes, it worked.
All right.
So I got 8 under 14.
Cool.
Sorry, hold on. 13. 8 under 13.
So you...
Did I find anything?
Exploring this, you find some sort of a... it's a strange, it's like a sphere on one side, but then it has like a pattern on the other side, and you wonder if it's some sort of primitive key of some sort. You are able to find that.
Oh. It's a key? A key, like a door key?
Yes. And
okay.
You think that this was some sort of operating table back in the day.
Oh, okay. But can I take the key with me?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
And Cola, go ahead and roll to see 1 action or 2.
Let's see. 2. Okay, great. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to try to cut it free if I can, break the milking mechanism.
That will be a technology roll.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, maybe this is a terrible idea. Guess it can't hurt. It can hurt. Yeah, that's a failure.
So not quite yet. And
I think she starts kind of pulling on it a little bit and says, "Oh yeah, this is out of my wheelhouse." She kind of elbows Major Canis and says, "Your turn, big guy."
All right, Major. Do you want to try a tech roll?
Major is going to go. He's going to see what Polo is attempting to do, and he's going to just stand there for a moment.
Oh,
Polo,
wait a minute. Sorry.
And then he's going to go, and he's going to take the thing, and he rolled a 2 under 17.
Perfect.
Oh, wait a minute! I still have to roll my action roll, right?
Cool, yeah, so go ahead and roll that, and if that's a success, you get another action. If not, this first action was your action.
Right, and okay. So it's a 5 under what, stamina?
A stamina.
5 under 12.
Perfect. So the thing breaks, the creature is released, and you see it... Well, actually, everyone that's near the creature, make me a compassion check right now.
Okay.
So that would be Cola and Major.
14 over 11.
6 under 12.
6 under 12. It kind of imprints into your mind, using the telepathy they use, where it senses more of its brethren.
Okay.
What is that up above? That's what I'm seeing right now.
So you should, if you go around the map, you should see 7 total.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I had it covered up. Yeah, okay, cool.
And you get a sense of hostility, of anger, in this direction, but you're not sure what it's directed towards. Kind of the top corners of the map. Alrighty.
Okay, I'm gonna say to Major Canis and Karuru that, listen, there's 7 of these and they're all spread out. Some over here, a couple on the other side, but I'm gonna go investigate up in the top corners. There's not much I can do to help them to unlock these, but I think there's something else out here.
Okay.
Alrighty.
I was even wondering if the key that I have can help release the bees. Is that like a door that kind of like helps them?
It's a good
escape?
hypothesis, but it's not. You don't see it opening in their cages for that key in particular.
Okay.
I think I can handle releasing the bees, as long as I don't get stung.
Thanks, Major.
1, 2. Solar flare goes off where no one is currently. Alright, Blanca, roll your stamina to see if you get 1 action or 2.
Okay. Okay, let's see. It worked.
Perfect.
Live
You
under
get
14.
2 actions.
2 actions. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. So only 1 bee has been released from its cage, right?
Correct.
So if I were to go to one of those bees in a cage, how would I be able to release it?
It would be a technology roll to see if you can get it to open up. You also,
Excuse me, my throat.
the party also does have, how many dynamites do you have left?
Do we have 1 left? 1 left, yes.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a good idea to use it because we're running low on resources. In that case, I'm just gonna try to move a little closer to those areas we are still unsure about. So I will, let's see, I'm gonna move, can I move twice? So like I can use 10 movements?
You can use 10
that'll be
movement.
the end of
Getting onto the table would be like a square of up, but you can move over the table, if that makes sense.
over the table. Oh, like I can jump over it?
And you're kind of climbing onto it, then over it. So imagine
okay,
if
got
you,
it.
Yeah, so if you go over the table, you'll move 8 because you move, up, over, down, and 8.
Okay, okay, okay. So I'm gonna move this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can I move here? Yes. 9. Did I say 8 or 9? 8?
Yeah, 9. And do you want
9, 10. Okay,
There's
right
a wall
there. What is that blue thing? What
Yeah,
is that blue thing that I came across?
This right here
That's a wall?
is a wall. So do you want to investigate this right here?
Okay, okay. Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh,
and roll
but didn't I
focus.
move 10 already?
You've
Roll
moved
focus?
8.
Wait, but
so
didn't
you can, You can
8.
either end at that crystal
I
or
still-
end at the B.
I would like to check it out. So it'll be... Okay, so I have to shoot for 13. Let's see. Roll. Okay. Yes, it worked.
Cool.
So 11 under 13. So what is that?
What sticks out to you about this, and this is going to sound really weird given your environment, is that it is incredibly cold.
Oh. Oh. that reminds me of my Ursus Galacticus muffins. So, can they out because they have a sensitivity towards temperature?
Can they what?
Can they help me out? Like, can they do something with it? Do they have the power to use resources or things we find, like this cold thing? Can muffins do anything with it?
Yeah, let
Since
me,
they are sensitive to temperature?
let me further, like, it's embedded in the wall, and perhaps that it's keeping what's on the other side of the wall cold, despite the surrounding environment.
Oh, is there a key close? Like, is there a port where I can input the key
There
to
is.
take us to the cold? There is. Okay. Oh, so can I use it now, or do I have to wait for my next turn to use the key?
For your next turn. You
For my
moved,
next
you took
turn.
an action.
Okay, got it. Yes. So 2.
And with
Okay,
that,
got it. Okay.
that will bring us to Cola.
Sounds okay.
Okay, so she found a wall over there. But I think I'm gonna try to take a different route to go explore that area. I'm gonna go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh gosh, okay. Ooh, dragging things. And I kind of want to go up here.
So yeah, you're in the wall. So
there's more wall. Okay.
You would stop.
Is there a door?
That's kind of where Blanca is at. That crystal kind of serves as
okay.
a door.
Got it. Cool.
And that brings us to the major.
Right. I'll make my stamina roll. 17 over 12, so I only get 1 action. And if I'm close enough to this other bee here without having to move I'm going to do a tech roll to try to free that one.
Alrighty.
And I failed. I rolled an 18 over 17.
Do you want to spend one of your Empire Arms tech points to reroll?
Oh, yeah. How does that? Let me see. Do I get 3 of those? Yes, I do. And I will roll a 13 under 17.
Perfect.
And then I look at the arm and I go, "Thank you. You are very handy."
Perfect. And go ahead and make me a compassion roll, Dennis.
Me? Oh, okay. Oh, what was my compassion? I think it was, say it was 10. My compassion's 11, and I got a 14 over 11.
14 over 11. It tries to impart information before it flies, to safety. You're not quite able to get a clear sense of what it was aiming at. But that brings us to the environment. Rolling a d12. Alright, so far so good. Blanca, do you want to use that key?
Yes, I do. Do I need to roll for stamina as well?
Let me first roll. Okay, that goes off fine. Yeah, go ahead and roll stamina, see if you get 1 action or 2.
Okay. Okay. Yes, 2.
Cool.
2 under 14.
So you want to
Okay.
use the key, move through the door?
Yes.
Cool. That will just be
so
considered
how do
your movement.
Okay. So, let's see. Where are the squares when I...
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Let me. That and is there a way to make it? Is that better? I think that's worse.
I could see it. Yes, I could
Works,
see
yeah.
it. Yes, I could see it better.
Okay.
Okay. To climb on the crystal door,
So
or
yeah,
just go
basically
through it.
you can move. Let me just get a
Okay.
yeah door.
Let's see.
You know, the part of the corner no longer exists.
Oh, got it. Okay. So 1, 2. Oh wait, are those doors? More
Those
coffins?
are again sarcophagus-looking things.
Nice.
What would you like to do?
Okay. I want to focus in on them and see what they are.
Mm-hmm.
So since I'm close to this one where I'm at currently, I'll focus in on that one. So let me do a roll for that. Focus 13. Okay, let's see. Okay. Oh no, it was too high. 20 over 13. So I didn't see what it can see.
And so you don't get any quite information yet, and you have moved from an extremely hot environment to an extremely cold environment. And again, sudden
Yes.
shift in temperatures shocks the suit. Give me an elemental resist to test against stamina.
Yes. Okay.
Perfect.
3. It worked. 3 under 14.
Perfect. Your bear friend is able to adjust just fine though, and is quite interested in all this. Focus didn't pay off quite yet, so that brings us to Cola. And that brings...
So annoying.
Hey, I'm here. Can we hear me now?
Oh.
Yes.
Yes.
Cool. Cola, what would you like to do?
Yeah, so I was wondering if the resentment that I felt in the two corners was the same or different. Like if it was just felt very similar in both sides.
Very similar on both sides. Yeah.
Okay. In that case, I need to roll first. Cool. We're good. And now I'm going to go 2, 3, 5. Okay. And I crawl in here. And can I try to make like an investigate focus check
Yep,
to
go
see
on
if I
ahead.
figure anything out? Okay, that's a 13 under 14.
Cool.
Okay.
You realize that this piping you see, ultimately underneath the ice, connects to each of these sarcophagi, and you get the sense that that whatever inside might still be alive.
How open do these, like, how does it look like there's anything keeping these sarcophagi closed?
It would be a might roll to open them. You do have a big polar bear with you, though, or at least...
Not that I want to open them, it's more that I want to keep them closed.
Oh, they're closed right now, so far, so good.
Great.
Okay.
And that brings us to Major.
All right. I'll make my stamina roll, and I got a 2
And
under.
one more, sorry, Amara, you also switched climates, so make me another elemental resist for the climate switch.
That one fails.
Cool. So that's another 3 points, unless you have a point to re-roll or anything like that.
Nope.
And now, Major, sorry, you're at bat. Yeah.
DM said cool. Pun not intended. So I had rolled a 2 under 12 for my stamina check.
Perfect.
So I get the 2 actions. And with the 1 action, I'm actually just going to move over to that third bee that's trapped, and I'm going to roll, and I got a 15 under 17 on my tech.
Perfect.
And then you said I got to make a compassion roll?
Yeah, see if you're able to understand what this one has to share.
6 under 11.
6 under 11. You get like this brief vision of when this place like first started up, and you see roughly humanish creatures that were the inhabitants of the ancient space empire, and you realize that inhabitants of those ancient space empire have been surviving off of the mutagen that these bees provide. Kind of, the legend that Walt Disney's on ice, and that one day we'll unice him, and when we have the cure or whatever, it's a famous conspiracy theory. Yeah, basically, kind of a similar deal. Somewhat is happening here. You have these ancient space empire beings that probably should have died 1,000 years ago, who have been kind of surviving off of the mutagen of the bee, waiting for something.
All right. I'm going to, on my comm, say, guys, I just had the weirdest experience. I just freed one of the bees and got visions of that alien race that came here long ago has been feeding off of these poor creatures.
Wow.
And so just keep that in mind, because I don't know what else is down here, but I've already freed 3 of those 7 bees. No, I don't know that there's 7, right? I can't see. Can I see all of them from where I'm at?
I presume whoever,
right
Amara, did you just say over comms where they are when you got the vision? Hello, can we hear me?
Amara.
Yes.
Amara?
It doesn't look like Amara can hear you.
Can you hear us, Amara?
Yeah, sorry,
Oh, there you
my AirPods. I'm just trying to tech it out today.
So yeah, when you
Yeah.
got the vision, you would have told everyone those locations, right? I think that was a yes, but your volume's cutting in and out. So Dennis, you moved, you acted. I think that's your turn, right?
Yep, that's it.
Cool. All right, for the
Okay.
suits, rolling a d10.
Okay. Okay.
So far, so good. I'm gonna roll the d6 to see where the solar flare lands, and so over here, no one's nearby, and so, you tell them you got the weirdest dream. Is that all you told them, Dennis? Do you
And I described the dream that you were telling me.
Cool.
Okay.
That I had seen the ancient those alien beings come, and they have been feeding off of the mutagens of these poor bees,
Oh, wow.
and that to keep their eyes open, because I've already freed 3 of them.
Okay. Oh,
So
I
did
have-
you get a sense of if these beings were friendly, not so friendly? Because there's a wide variety of alien reactions to being, awoken from.
That's a good question. Would I get the sense that they were any
As to how the ancient
villainous
space
vibe as
empire
opposed to
citizens would
Yeah.
react. No, that you're not quite sure of. I don't think.
Okay. And I have a question. So since these bees are no longer there, because they escaped or we liberated them, are they still feeding off of the mutagens that they had, like those sarcophaguses that were there? Like, will they, if they're still captured, or will they die off because the bees are no longer there?
Yeah, the inference from Dennis's dream is that they probably have enough in the pipes to last a little bit longer, but yeah, they're gonna perish soon.
Oh, okay. So where we are, where Amara and I are right now, those sarcophaguses have something inside of them that is alive.
The scientists who built this place.
Okay. Interesting. So then, what can we do? So, can we open these sarcophaguses and let them out, or do we just free all the bees so that the living creatures that are inside of the sarcophaguses die? Like, which one should we choose, team? Should we open them and let them out, or release all the bees so that they die off?
Yeah, it's pretty major ethical dilemma here. Would really put that one in the books as an ethical dilemma.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
I kind of feel like either we're gonna die or they're gonna die, right?
we might be able to save everybody.
Oh yeah, what's that
That's
gonna
the
look
goal.
like?
What can we do though?
I got a question above game, Gabe. With our ability to do recipes with different things, would we be able to? So I'm thinking, like, if the bees were feeding off of specific items, like I think it was strange sap and molten minerals, because they were targeting those. Would it be safe to assume that we may be able to create our own mutagen from those items, so that they're basically manufacture them as opposed to them feeding off of the bees to get it?
It would be quite a feat, right? The Moon Mason bees have capabilities in the mutagenic realm beyond what the human species has been able to come up with so far. So you probably could rig with the resources let's see what resources you have.
I mean, at the very least, maybe we're able to devise some sort of life support. It might not be,
You might be able to devise something that will help them get through a day or two if you want to interview these creatures in the sarcophagi. But in terms of saving everybody does not seem too likely.
Okay.
But there is, of course, the question of, why was this built? Why these people in particular, got the life support system, and getting access to speak to one of these creatures from the ancient space empire potentially could have answers to that. So a life support system might buy you time to get that.
Okay.
I don't know if that answered your question, Dennis, somewhat. Oh, no.
It did. So it's food for thought. No pun intended. No pun intended.
So Blanca, what does Karuru want to do? Do you want to try to get your bear to open up one of these things?
Yes. Yes,
right.
let's try that.
Roll against
do I roll the stamina?
Roll against your might, for
Might?
strength. And if you fail, you can re-roll using one of your bear's points.
Okay. Oh, no. 13 over 9.
All right, go ahead and so your bear has a might of 3. It'll spend one of those 3 and let you re-roll.
Reroll. Okay. Against might again?
Against your might, yep.
Okay. Seven. Let me check again. 7 under 9. It worked.
Perfect. So it takes some pushing from, your bear, but eventually, the lid pops off, and you see a roughly humanoidish creature, kind of in this strange life support system. And as is kind of a repeated theme, this area of the universe, it tries to use telepathy to interact with your mind. Go ahead and roll compassion.
Okay. Hold on. Compassion. Okay. $11 under 16 for compassion, and it worked.
Cool. So it doesn't speak your language, or you kind of get this kind of vision again, and it tells you the story of these scientists tried to perfect any imperfections in their genetic code, kind of like what Licentian and his fellow researchers wanted to do. Things got out of hand, and so they decided to preserve their existence until such a time as a cure could be found for their endless mutation, hence leading to this what they were doing was illegal back then, as it is now. Hence the need for it to be buried so deep. And you don't get a sense of whoever this being was. You almost have to push its vision away, because whatever humanity, for lack of a better term, it had, has long since rotted away. It's just consumed by the desire to survive, and that, obviously, without their connection to the bees on this side, it is going to perish soon, but, it's probably better off left to die. It's just this angry beast, trying to survive at all costs, moral or not.
Okay. So, does that mean that, can I ask him any questions, or, well, he doesn't speak my language, so how can we communicate?
You can still kind of try to mentally ask a question.
Mentally ask? Okay. Let's see. I don't know what question I have, though. Why are you here? That's all I can think of.
Yeah, and that's the story. They tried to perfect their DNA. It backfired greatly, and they needed to stay on ice and stay hidden until such a time as a cure could be found. Of course, the ancient space empire fell. A cure was not found, and so this lab has just been rotting ever since.
Oh, wow.
And that brings us to Cola.
Yes.
So, are you gonna communicate that information to me?
Yes. So Cola, I had a vision, and I saw a humanoid inside of the sarcophagus. I tried to ask him a question, why are you here? And I got the information that they were trying to the scientists that did this were trying to perfect the genetic code for these humanoids, but it didn't work. The only thing that they were doing was they were trying to survive for a longer period of time, and now they were feeding off of the beast, but they have been rotting in there, and the only reason why the beasts were there was because they were trying to maintain alive. They were trying to stay alive, but even though they were degrading in a way. So do you have any ideas that we could use so that we could either help them if they need us, or if you could ask them any other questions, if they can provide a clue?
I think I have a very good idea. Yeah. And Cole's just gonna go and push that sarcophagus coffin right back on top.
Okay.
And
Okay.
the bear, the bear doesn't speak language or understand what's going on, but it knows whatever is inside that looks really creepy, and it gladly helps you. Amara, Kola, put the lid back on.
Okay, yes. Well, it's strong enough, right?
Yeah, and then the bear sits on
Let's
top of it for good measure. We're not opening that again.
Okay, sounds good to
anything
me.
else to explore in this room, or is it better to just head out?
I think we can head out. I didn't ask them if there were more in those sarcophagus, but I could imagine there are. The reason why they're there in that environment, because they were trying to stay alive with the beasts that are providing that mutagenesis for them so that they could stay alive. But I don't think they have any clues for us anymore.
Okay.
So above game, kind of the character choice to be made here is, do you seek knowledge from these beings in some way, or do you let certain secrets lie dead, as it were?
I think we're leaning towards the secret, and we don't need to know anymore.
But anyhow, Kola, what would you, I'll let you. Yeah, do you want to research focus in here to find anything out, or do you want to GTFO out of here, Kola?
I don't know. I think Cola's pretty creeped out by this whole situation of stealing others, and it doesn't feel true to her sense of balance and how energy should be moved through the world by just stealing it from others. So she's just gonna kind of slowly back away, and she doesn't actually want to be part of whatever this is.
All right, go ahead and move where you would like to
realize
move.
that there is a point. Okay, well, I guess we're backing out of this room, so I guess I have to do another one of those rolls, and I'm gonna fail. So here we go. Wei. Okay. 3 damage?
3 damage. What are you at now?
5.
5. Do you want to use more of your herbs?
No. We'll be fine. Yeah, I think she's just gonna go over here and try to probably do a very unsuccessful tech check to free this guy.
Go ahead, give it a go.
Oh, meets a 6 against a 6.
Your tech is a 6.
Wow. She's
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
It worked.
Perfect.
She's probably so stunned that she doesn't realize that she's doing it correctly.
You freed it and didn't realize you freed it. You put it back in, and then you wait a minute. I think I was free the first time, and then you undid it.
6 times going back and forth. Wait, is it undone now or now?
All right, Major. You've heard some very creepy shit over the comms, for lack of a better term. What would you like to do?
Yeah, and in the interest of time, since we're only playing till 10, do you want me to? Is it okay if my character just is already over to the other 3 in the time that all that other stuff was going on?
Sure. And yeah, go place yourself by 1 and take a tech check.
Yeah. All right. Do I need to still do the stamina roll?
We'll just let you
1 to 2
do the
action.
tech, yeah.
All right, it's an 8 under 17,
8 under 17.
and I'll try to free a second one, and it's a 12 under 17.
Perfect. Perfect. That brings us to rolling the d8. Alright, suits still hold out. I'm going to see where the solar flare or the heat flare goes off. 1, 2, 3, 4. Everyone, that would be you and Amara, within 3 squares of B number 4. Make me a stamina check.
All right, 2 stamina left.
And your character probably is wanting to call in reinforcements now. You're at 2 health now?
Oh, we have to do that again? Yeah. Okay, yeah. We'll call in reinforcements. I didn't realize that was the game mechanic we were using again.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Yep. So, the extraction team's
Also,
coming
does
out
that
in
gray
2.
thing in the back?
You
Does
see
this
that in
thing
the back?
look like something?
Do you want to
Yeah.
research it? Go up to it and...
Once it's my turn.
Yeah. Oh,
And
yeah,
I'll let,
so... we do have, at least in our turn order, Blanca, you're up. What would you like to do?
Okay. So I would also like to leave the cold room.
Cool. Go ahead and move.
So,
And
okay.
also make that elemental resist for switching climates.
Oh, yes. Okay, I'll just move right there. Oh, sorry.
And I'm just checking.
Okay.
You do have supplies to make
elemental
another heal,
is stamina?
Mara. Yeah.
Is elemental
Yeah,
stamina?
Stamina, yep.
Okay, just making sure.
And your character is a chemist, right?
Yes.
So you get to reroll 1 elemental resist if you fail.
I got it. 14 out of 14.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, in the interest of time, we'll let you, everyone from now on, we'll get their 2 actions.
Okay.
You bump up HP, Amara?
I won. Cool. I'm at 3.
3.
And then with my movement, I will move. Is this lava stuff?
Yeah, so if you wanted to get here, you'll need the kind of...
Can I use my... We have those, fire foam things, right? Where
Oh,
it's
that's
hardened
right. You want to
magma?
use one of those?
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, you can get up to the chair.
Yay. Now I'm gonna investigate. Oh wait, I don't think I can, because I actually just did a health thing. Okay, I'll do that on the next turn.
Alright, Major. So there was going to be one more round after this, and then your extraction team will come out. Are you able to get the last bee out in that time?
I'm going to try. I got a 10 under 17 on my tech roll.
Perfect.
You're free! Be free!
Alright, everyone, let's see if our suits hold. 2 is not a 1, which is good since... Alright, oh, and we'll see where the solar heat flare is.
Okay.
That's near you, Dennis. So make me the elemental resist with stamina.
Alright, that's a 16... Oh, 16 over 12.
Mm-hmm. And have you spent both your elemental resist points as a smuggler?
I have actually, yes.
You have? Okay. So you will take 3 damage to your stamina. And is that the end of the turn? Did anyone else not act this round? Because if not, then the
No, that's
rescue party comes.
Oh, really? That's much faster than last time. Great. Yeah.
Yeah. We specified it would be 2 rounds and not 3. Cool.
All right.
So on that one, all right, above game, we're about to head to bed and whatnot. That one we got down to a D6 on the opportunity rolls. I brought it down faster, which 1 in 6 chance of the suits failing, and that 1 in 6 chance would have killed Cola had I rolled a 1.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know what did you all think of that one?
Wow.
Yeah, I liked it.
I liked it, but when we went inside with the key, I was expecting we were gonna find something different than just rotting bodies.
Right.
I wish there was something in there that was worth opening so that we can like either a clue for something or something that could have like made it exciting, because it was kind of like going in there but we saw something that's dying and we left and then we didn't see anything anymore.
Something that could be used, yeah.
Helpful.
I mean,
Yes.
it did provide you like the full picture of why Demeter 6 was built, and now you know why the bees were trying to get in here, and they were trying to free their brethren. With their brethren freed, they can now leave Demeter 6 alone.
And we did free them, so they're safe.
Right.
Oh, got it. Oh, that worked.
My recommendation for this one, I thought was a cool mechanic, how like the bees were tied to the creatures in there. But I don't think that needed to be on both sides, because as Dennis realized, it was just going to take a long time for him to like go around and do all 7 tech checks and like make that movement. So maybe half of it could be that, and then the other half, maybe there's like a laboratory or something where we can explore, even if we're not, and just like do something else there.
That makes sense, yeah.
Just so that's not like split across either side of the board.
That makes sense, yeah.
I was actually going to say something similar along those lines, where if all the bees had been in like a chamber together, and there were 2 control boxes that I had to disable in order to free them all, as opposed to running around, and then all the sarcophagi were in their own chamber, that when you just walk in there, it's like all these sarcophagi, what's going on in here? Were there other above game? Were there other things in this map that were tied to the story, like the thing that Cola was going to investigate?
So
were there other?
Your characters could have found evidence that the prime matter is possible. And then the ethical question would be: do you reveal to anyone else that alchemical breakthrough is possible, or do you say that knowledge destroyed one empire, we don't need it to destroy us as well, and let secrets, lay buried, as it were. So that was the only other story element to find. And there's some stuff at the chair that would reveal that. The talking more to the beings before they perished would reveal that. But that would be kind of like the last thing. The prime matter can be accomplished, and the functionally limitless power it provides.
Yeah, because so if all the bees had been together and all the sarcophagi had been together, it probably would have given more time to explore some of those other aspects. But in terms of the story, I thought the story was fantastic. I really like the interconnectivity of all these different elements, and it was very sci-fi-ish. Really liked that.
Oh, thank you.
Did you write this story yourself?
Yeah.
Wow.
Cool.
Well done.
Oh, thank you.
Well
Nice job.
I mean, I've been practicing with you Martians for 3-ish years now, so yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The only other, I wouldn't say it's a criticism, but the only other thing that I would probably is if there were more opportunities to what's the word I'm looking for? So a lot of the community, a lot of the information or exposition that we were getting through these telepathic dream type things. And I liked it, but I think actual interacting with something where I could actually speak to something instead of just getting the information into my head would have been fun too.
Right.
Not that this one was bad, but it having the ability to interact, like Cola in the courtroom, that was fun because she actually got to interact. And the dreams it eliminates the interaction. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or the visions, rather.
And
But it was
what do you
cool
all
story.
think of? I mean, now that we've kind of completed this experiment with this edition of the game, do you think that the core ideas have merit? I guess obviously still more things to round out, but what do you all think of the system as a whole?
I really
I like it.
I think
Me
it's
too.
a really good alternative to Dungeons and Dragons just because it allows for much more creativity and flexibility. Like, I don't feel like I'm going into each exploration being like, okay, here we go, I'm gonna hit this thing with a hammer 5 times. Like, I have a sense of, there's really endless possibilities. I think it mixes role play and exploration really nicely. So, and the mechanics just, they actually do work. Like, that we've worked out a few kinks in them, but they're very comfortable once you get used to it.
Yes. As a newbie, I feel that I've been learning how to be more creative with like ideas and just like try things out, even though I don't know all of it. Having the team support, having a good galactic master that was kind of like guiding us, I feel that it was like easy to understand. And even though I just started, it feels like I could learn a little bit more as I practice, and I can get better at it. I noticed a difference from the first day I participated and the day that I participated today. I felt that I was like more like, oh, I got this. I think I can do it. So I feel that if I could practice more, I would get the hang of it even more as time goes by. Yeah.
Awesome. And Dennis, I think you're third in the circle.
Yeah, I got a couple of things that I want to bring up real quick, and I'll be brief because I know that Mara is about ready to climb into her sarcophagi.
Yeah. I'll just turn off my camera and start like cleaning things up, but I'll keep listening.
Yeah, so your what do you call them? The things that you collect, like the odd or arcane algae and all that resources. You might want to think a little bit more on different ways of replenishing those resources, because the replenishing of the resources. It wasn't that it seemed tedious; it just seemed easy. You know what I'm saying?
Drop rates are too generous.
Well, it just felt like, okay, we need more elements, so let's just roll for them. It didn't. I almost feel like there should be like a little bit more story-wise on how these elements were replenishing these elements. And that could just be me. I mean, everybody else might think, actually it worked out just fine. But it felt easy to get those elements, and lots of them, even when we were rolling ones. It seemed like there was still lots of opportunities to get them. It's like picking up gold pieces wherever you can, without having to work too hard for them.
Balance. It's a balance because we definitely were spending a lot of them as we got them too. It's like even though we were getting them pretty easily, then we were also, and maybe we would have been more careful with how we spent them if we had fewer. But yeah, I think, I don't know, it's an interesting thing to balance because I almost liked not needing to constantly worry about the resources and just be able to spend it, but also recognize that it was a somewhat limited resource.
I guess for me, it didn't feel balanced. But I'm not sure what may have been causing that feeling. But that's my thought on that one. The other thought that I had was, when we created our characters, we created the background. You know, we selected, like I selected criminal, tradition bound, moderate, and compassionate. It didn't feel like there was really much in the way of using those in the story,
right.
and it could have been just because of this story, that this story didn't really need it, but it didn't feel that I was actually using those. And except for, you know, when you're just throwing little bits about, you know, oh, stealing this, or, you know, or what have you. And then scrolling down through the document that you gave us, the cheat sheet, there were things that had come up, like the mithril. Now, when we had the mithril suits, how is that actually playing into the story in terms of benefiting our suits?
So the idea behind mithril, medical elixir, and I'm forgetting my own game, mithril, medical, and mutagen, is the idea that if I wanted to create an open world campaign, I can say, you know, these are the 7 planets in this solar system. But you know, this planet is disease ridden, and this planet is you know, second planet from the star. And suddenly those planets become gated areas. You know, you have access to 5 of the planets. To get to those 2, though, you need to build, you know, the requisite gate break. In one case, mithril. In one case,
Let me stop you right there. No, but I'm not referring to, like, the story part of it. I'm actually referring more to the rolling. Like, when we were doing our rolling, the rolling seemed like it was the same rolling we were doing, even if we didn't have the mithril. It's what it felt like.
right. But the point is, if you didn't have the mithril, you would have died within 5 seconds. Your characters, by definition, would not have been allowed to be in that room, if that makes sense.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Gated
Okay.
areas, right? Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna hop off now, but thank you so much, Gabe. This was really cool and very fun to play test.
Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it, and I'll be sending you a copy, and you know, with whatever errata I think of. But good night for now.
All right. Good night.
Bye, Mara.
Thank you.
Hi, Mara. Yeah, Gabe, I really liked it. I thought it was a lot of fun. I think you've created the tools for being able to. I didn't feel like there was anything in there that I couldn't use to actually write a completely different story, and be able to play it. Like, I didn't feel like I was pigeonholed to this specific environment that you created, the specific storyline. You know, I like the fact that you have like mineral components and herbal components. You know, you referred to them a certain way, like
Geologicals and botanicals, I think, is what I.
yes, the geologicals and botanicals. You know, that, I mean, you could apply geological and botanical to any environment. It didn't even have to be like on a moon someplace, which I really liked. That was a really cool idea. And what was the other thing that I thought was? Let me go back up to it. I did like the resist idea, because it felt like it was familiar enough that if you like D&D, which I'm a D&D person, I'm not a big fan of other systems, but I'll play them. There was enough familiarity. Your different abilities, like might and tech and all that kind of stuff, was close enough to the D&D abilities that it was familiar, but still made sense. Like, I wasn't looking at might and going, I don't understand what you mean by might. No, it was clear to me that it was strength. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Without using D&D terminology. I like that. And then, instead of just the saves, you know, in D&D's save rolls,
Right.
you have similar, which is resist. And your resist system, I actually like kind of better than the saves system. So there were definitely things that you introduced or came up with in the design of your game that I think worked actually very, very well. And the openness of your working with the resources to create, for lack of a better term, spells of your own or items of your own, I think is definitely something to maybe even explore deeper, because it's a great idea.
Oh, thank you. And yeah, I definitely did want the stats to be familiar. I think the main break from D&D is I kind of broke charisma into 2, compassion and dominance, right? As opposed to just having generic charisma, and you can use it either way. But yeah, that's what I was going for. I wanted it to kind of have familiarity with D&D whilst kind of pointing in its own direction. So awesome.
I think you achieved that.
All right. Well, thank you all so much, and I'll be sending you, the books now that I have them, and this means a lot to me that you all went on this adventure with me. So thank you.
I'm glad you asked. I'm glad you invited. And then can you are you posting the links to the YouTube? Because I'd love to go back and watch it in from beginning to end.
Oh sure,
yeah.
I'll share, repost all the links.
Cool, awesome. All right, well, I'll let you guys go. It was a lot of fun.
Okay.
Thank you.